I think he's been a bit soured because of the injury, so I don't think his mind and his brain is probably going to celebrate this moment as much as he probably should. This is a remarkable result in World Cup. I mean, you both know, playing in a World Cup is the ultimate, the dream of every single child. It should be if it's not. It's a magical moment to be able to score goals, to be able to win games in a World Cup. To see a performance like that, obviously great commitment behind that Canada side in front of their own supporters in Vancouver. I love to see that. The way they went about it was very, very good. You're playing against a Qatar side who are poor, but you can only beat the opposition that's right in front of you. You still got to get the job done. But to see a player get a hat-trick is wonderful. I love seeing moments like that. That's what I think the World Cup is all about. I put myself always as a supporter of a World Cup, and I want to see the best players playing, scoring goals, and entertaining me. And Canada just did exactly that. I thought it was a good performance, and there's still room for improvement as well.
Jello, with Jonathan David scoring goals, Carl Laren scoring goals, Jesse Marsch fired up, maybe to prove a point to the rest of the footballing world, do you think the rest of the teams in this competition will have looked at that result and said, OK, we mustn't take Canada lightly now?
No, I don't. Listen, I don't think when you go to a World Cup, you take any team lightly. You know, ask Spain. So, but I think that everybody's always respected Canada, especially with the players they have. It's unfortunate there were 2 red cards, a broken leg, and our thoughts and prayers are with Kona there and a speedy recovery for that. But when you go into a World Cup, your job is to win. That's it. Your job is to get into the next round. Doesn't matter if it's a good game, it's a bad game. The important thing is getting the 3 points, solidifying your spot in the next round. I think Canada came out when they were at full strength, and they showed who Canada was at home. They showed grit. They showed they were going to press you, repress you, and make you feel uncomfortable. They're not going to let you play. And I think that's what we were expecting from the home team. So I think they checked all the boxes today. Is there room for improvement? 100%. And their hardest mission now will be the next game, Switzerland. That will be the game everybody wants to see.
Janelli, it's been a good start from the co-hosts, hasn't it, all 3? How much of an impact is playing in front of your home crowd? We've seen Canada do it there in Vancouver. It was a brilliant atmosphere, an absolutely packed stadium. They were enjoying the performance as well. But that is that 12th man, isn't it, for the team?
Yeah, I think it's everything. It's everything. Playing in front of your home crowd, your fans, your people, hearing them root for you, shout for you. It's just like you mentioned it. It's what every player lives for. It's moments like that you make all of those sacrifices for, all of the training, all of the, you miss all of the family gatherings, the parties. There's so many things that you miss out on that you have to sacrifice for moments like these. And today, Canada they were convincing. I think, yeah, you can argue that Qatar it wasn't a competitive match, but scoring 6 goals in a World Cup, having Jonathan David with a hat trick, that's something to look at. If I'm the other teams in this World Cup, I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm like, okay, Canada's they're onto something for sure.
The one dark cloud over the game, as I mentioned, was the injury, and it was a horrible injury to Ismail Kone. We're going to have to find out exactly what the diagnosis is, but it looked very serious, him getting stretchered off. Ian, though, and we saw the replay, it was a heavy challenge, but was it a red card challenge? Was that fair, or are they just looking at the result and the injury as opposed to the tackle itself?
Listen, I don't think it was even a heavy challenge. I think you call it more of a freak injury than anything else. Right, the way he made contact,
I agree.
It's almost as if he hit him on the calf.
Just swept his leg.
And yeah, it was sort of like a martial arts kick where you sweep the leg from behind, and he found the weak point in the leg, and therefore eventually what happened was truly horrific. Feel very sorry for the player, very sorry for his family, who obviously are going to have to go through a lot. I feel sorry for Canada. Very important player for Canada as well. Let's not forget about that. What does this do to the group now, though? Does it inspire the group? They come together? Does it hurt the group a little bit? Because you've lost a moment of quality in the middle of midfield, but also a presence. Now he's gone. So does it inspire you, or does it work against you?
I think you showed how much it inspired. Saliba scores the goal, and what does he do? He runs right over and he holds up the jersey. I think you're playing now for a teammate. An unfortunate teammate that got hurt in the biggest tournament in the world. But if he didn't walk over, you'd be okay. But he walked over on purpose. He grabbed the jersey. He's playing for his teammates. He scored that goal for his teammate. So I think this team will rally around that. Every team needs something to rally around, right? There's always something there. And we saw it with Brazil back when Neymar got hurt, right? They were holding up his jersey. I think this was a good example of how tight this team is, that the first thing he thought about was celebrating with his teammate.
And I loved Canada's reaction. It was a difficult moment. There's a lot of emotions. You're angry because you see your teammate hurting on the floor. And I think once they saw Qatar's, reaction, I think the player that committed the foul was genuinely, you could see it in his face. He felt bad. He was hurting. He was kind of like in shock himself. And Canada was able to kind of manage the emotions in the right way.
Yeah, great point.
Right? Because they could have taken it in a whole different route, and it could have got ugly and it could have got messy, but it didn't.
Yeah.
They were composed. They embraced their emotions. Yes, they were angry. Yes, they were sad. They were hurt. But then what did they do? They used that in a positive way for the next play.
Yeah, I agree with you. I will say this, though. I don't think it was a red card. I don't. Like, it's very unfortunate, and obviously Coney is really hurt badly here. But I don't think it was a red card. I think the way the contact was made was not out of trying to injure the opponent. It wasn't violent play. It was definite contact, and as Cello pointed out there, it's definitely a sweep. But it was no more than a sweep. There wasn't an aggressive, violent movement to try and purposely hurt the player. So I would have been okay with a yellow card in that situation. And I think sometimes video review will see the horrific, scene, the image that most people didn't get to see on the broadcast.
Tackles. The Messi tackle the other day. There's been other tackles that are worse than what we saw there, but I think because the severity of that injury, that you have to give a red card. He broke a guy's leg. Even though he didn't mean to, I've done it, you said you've done it, we've done it, and you feel awful. Let me tell you, this man is going to feel awful. He's going to think about that tonight. He's not going to sleep because he's going to keep replaying that. I did it for months.
And the noise, if you hear it.
Months. So,
but you think that's a red card just because he broke his leg?
No, I think they looked at it and they saw the severity, and then, yes, that swept the leg. He came from behind. It was an aggressive swing. So I think they're looking at every aspect possible to say, yes, that was a red card.
No one's going to complain about it, right? Because Cello's right? When you see the image, it's horrific.
Yeah.
No one is ever going to complain about it. Maybe I might be the only one that will.
But I think
I don't think it was a justified red card. I think it's poor.
There is a distinction, isn't there, between cynical, dangerous challenges and then one that is just unfortunate. I mean, Christina Uncle, we've had her on Scoreline many times throughout the season. She's always said, don't focus on the result of a challenge. You have to look at the challenge itself. Was it a dangerous challenge? Was it cynical? Was it
They never
sneaky?
showed it, so we couldn't see.
And that was the
of the
thing.
severity
We only
of the
saw
leg,
one
we
angle.
only saw one, so we really didn't see.
It's a great point.
If it was aggressive from the back,
Right.
You may not look like it, but when you sweep, if you sweep in the right area and it's aggressive, you got your leg behind it, and you can.
You know what else, Cello? When they slow these images down,
No, I can't watch. I can't watch.
Horrible.
I can't watch.
Yeah.
But when they slow any tackle down nowadays, it looks more dangerous or worse of a challenge than it actually is.
The Messi one the other night was a good example. When you saw the still of the studs up, that looked much worse than it probably ended up being. Jonathan David scoring a hat-trick. How much did he need, not necessarily a hat-trick, but to score a goal and to play well for his country in this World Cup?
Yeah, there's no doubt that his club form hasn't been great this season. He's been critiqued heavily, obviously, with what's happened. If you take a look at the SofaScore stats, they simply don't lie. This guy was on fire today. And there's only been 2 hat-tricks in this World Cup. He's backed up Messi now. Not a bad little partner to back up there. No, I'm very happy for him because he's someone who needs confidence. And when he has confidence, he's excellent. We saw it in French football, right? When he was playing for Lille, and especially going into European competition, you wondered, could he take that step up? Could he be that difference maker? And he was in European football because he was in familiar surroundings. Confidence was flowing through his veins, and it almost looked to me like this guy's on his move to a massive club. Decided to go to Italian football, obviously a hefty price tag as well that went behind him, and that brings pressure. You go to Italian football and you don't play well for 5 games, immediately the pressure intensifies. And he started to lose that smile. And that's what I was concerned with him going into this competition. Would he go in with that form from Italy? Or would he feel familiar surroundings? Sometimes you just couldn't wait to get with the national team, right? Your club game, you were playing shocking, or your teammates weren't playing well. You were playing great, but the results weren't there. You couldn't wait to get to the national team because there was joy and excitement and confidence, and you just saw a lot of images there with a big smile on his face. Can you imagine now the feeling scoring a hat-trick in a World Cup? Outstanding.
And the way he scored that volley.
Yeah.
Like just the technical ability it takes to score like that comes over his head. He knows exactly where the ball is. He knows exactly what he wants to do with it. The timing is perfect, and it was just a beautiful way to score a goal in a World Cup.
Yeah.
Cello, I wanted to ask what makes him difficult to play against from a defender's perspective. You obviously had a long and successful career as a centre-back. If you were playing against a guy like Jonathan David, what is it that makes him difficult to stop?
I would go over Mark Laren.
Look after someone else.
Hey, Lexi, go Mark over there. No, listen, when you watch him play, he plays well with his back towards goal. Big, strong, he can hold the ball up. But he's always looking to get in between defenders. And I think that's always dangerous because you're looking at the ball, you're looking at your defender, you look at the ball, your defender's gone, all of a sudden he's in behind here. So he's got good movements in front of the line, but he's also not afraid to go wide. And when he goes wide, he's not afraid to get in and dribble at you. So good in the air. My biggest thing is how strong he is on the ball. When he's on the ball, he's very hard to get off the ball. I mean, you've got a double tandem of Laren and David. It's difficult. It's difficult because you want maybe a tall guy so you can mark up better against him. He's not that tall, he's not that small, but he's strong. So this is the kind of guy that's dangerous because he's always constantly moving in the right areas. And when you're in form, and you do have that smile back with your national team, you saw the goals. He reacted quicker than anybody else. He was moving and reading the play. And that's a confidence that when a goalkeeper when a forward gets, it stays with him 2, 3, 4 games. And now you've got two guys with Laren with 2 goals and David with 3 goals. That's 5 goals in between your 2 forwards. And now you go play against Switzerland. I'd be feeling pretty good if I was Canada.
Anticipated Cunha would start against Morocco, but Thiago got the nod. However, Cunha is in from the start this evening. So Alisson, the Brazilian goalkeeper, Danilo, Marquinhos, Gabriel and Douglas Santos. Midfield of Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes, and then Paquetá, Vinicius Jr., Rafinha and Cunha. That formidable 4 that will surely trouble Haiti this evening. As for the Haitians, one change from that 1-0 defeat in their opening group game against Scotland, and it comes at the back where Jean-Kevin Duverne, a centre-back, is in for Sunderland's Wilson Isidore, a striker, which means Haiti go to a back 5. Johnny Placide is the Haitian goalkeeper. The back 5, Arcus, Ade, Duverne, Delcroix and Experience. The midfield, Providence, Bellegarde of Wolves, Jean-Jacques and Casimir, with Piero leading the line up front. And we are underway in Philadelphia. Brazil, rather disappointingly, I feel. They should always play in yellow at a World Cup. They're in their chain strip. Blue, the dark blue shirts, the blue shorts and the dark blue socks, and Haiti are in white, the white shirts, the white shorts and the white socks. They are defending the goal away to our left-hand side. Because of that result that we've just heard on BBC Radio 5 Live, Morocco beating Scotland, it means that if Brazil were to win, Haiti would become the first side eliminated from the 2026 World Cup. They need something from this game, Haiti, otherwise their World Cup will end after 2 matches. Brazil expected to dominate possession, and they're on the ball now with Douglas Santos to Vinicius Jr. back into his own half, skips away from 2 challenges. He who scored the goal against Morocco, and a fine goal it was too. And Andy, this is the pattern we're anticipating throughout the game. Brazil with all of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're just looking at Haiti there, and you see Brazil stepping forward. They're already on the front foot.
On the edge of the penalty area, lovely footwork from Rafinha, but then there's a free kick there, a foul committed on Experience just outside the penalty area, and Haiti have this free kick.
Yeah, they were in the mid-block there, and when that ball does turn over and Brazil jump all over, playing the front foot, and then they're looking for central combinations. I think we'll find as the game moves on that that block of Haiti's will get deeper and deeper, and you mentioned it being a back 5. I think there'll be times when that looks like the 7 at the back, and then you've got 2 in midfield with the 9 kind of trying to just walk his way and try and get a little bit of pressure, but it'll be extremely difficult for them, there's no doubt about that.
Haiti gave a very solid account of themselves in their first World Cup match since 1974, losing 1-0 to Scotland in Boston. They had chances in that game to take the lead and then to equalise when they fell behind. They're on the move now with Casemir near side the right, but ball just a little too heavy. Gabriel made sure he came across just to cut that out, and Brazil have this goal kick. And we see a view of the magnificent Lincoln Financial Field. Andy, I know you've been before. The stadia that we have witnessed in this World Cup have been so impressive, and the Lincoln Financial Field, very much one of those stadiums that just looks absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, it looks absolutely incredible. It's a great sporting city as Philadelphia. The amount of sport that they've got going on there, and really elite level sport, and they're crazy for it. It's brilliant, really is good. The stadiums have they've probably been a real high point of the World Cup so far. I wasn't sure what it was going to feel like in some of the stadiums, but it's actually felt quite nice, I think.
Free kick to Brazil, Jean-Jacques on Vinicius Jr. just inside the Haitian half. 3 minutes in on 5 Live, also available via the BBC Sounds app. Brazil 0, Haiti 0. Another free kick conceded by Danley Jean-Jacques, who just has to be a little bit careful, given that that's a couple of challenges he's put in now on Vinicius Jr. and Bruno Guimaraes. And in fact, this evening's referee, Alejandro Hernandez, has the yellow card in his hand. Now, who has he brandished that to? Is it Joel? It's not a great-looking challenge by actually Carlin Arcus on this near side, and I fancy, Andy, that's where the yellow card has gone. And indeed, Carlin Arcus has gone into the book. From the resulting free kick, Brazil are offside, even though they have the ball in the net, and Haiti will have this free kick. But a very early yellow card for the Haitian right-back.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a little bit harsh, if I'm being honest with you. I thought the referee could have potentially let that one go, maybe given him a warning. You know, going up against Vinicius Jr. On a yellow card after 2 or 3 minutes of the game is not a good place to be. That's for sure. It's been a really scrappy start to the game. Brazil have had a little bit of possession, but it's been scrappy, plenty of fouls, lots of kind of contested balls, and no real flow and no real pattern to the game as of yet.
25 degrees in Philadelphia, so comfortable for the players. Casemiro looks long and early for the run of Rafinha, and the former Leeds winger wearing number 11 on his blue shirt. Thumb up in the air, he appreciated that ball over the top. It will be, you fancy, an evening of patience for Brazil, but they have such quality up front that it also wouldn't surprise you if the deadlock is broken courtesy of a 35-yard screamer from the likes of Acuna or Rafinha or a Vini Jr.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, you know, from a neutral perspective, you're hoping that Brazil are really feeling it, and they're really feeling this passion tonight, and they want to get after the game.
Johnny Placide has taken too long to take his goal kick, and Brazil have won a very cheap corner. We know this is one of the new initiatives that FIFA has introduced. Referee gave Placide the countdown. He ignored that countdown, and now, rather than a Haitian goal kick, Brazil have the first corner of the evening. 5 minutes in, 0-0 with Haiti. The corner's not great. Comfortably cleared at the front post by Haitians Piero, but the blue shirts of Brazil will pick up the loose ball and can build from the back with Douglas Santos on this near side, the left back in field to Marquinhos, the Brazilian skipper, the vastly experienced Marquinhos, the Paris Saint-Germain skipper, 39 trophies with PSG in his 13-year spell, very much a linchpin of this Brazilian side. Douglas Santos again, and infield to Gabriel, and Brazil monopolising possession in the opening 6 minutes. The long ball over the top, Rafinha again the target. He will just about catch up with the ball, but all he could do was play it out for a throw rather than a goal kick.
Yeah, it's interesting, the formation and what Brazil have tried to do. A couple of times they've left Vinicius Jr. Really high, they've left Rafinha really high, and Cunha has dropped off, and it almost looks like between him and Paquetá, 2 10s, and they drop in deep, and the centre-backs have nobody to mark, and then there's wide runs from Vinicius Jr. and from Rafinha trying to get in behind the Haiti line.
There are plenty of Haitian supporters in Philadelphia. You might be able to hear the rise in the noise level as Haiti break forward. Jean-Ric Bellegarde of Wolverhampton Wanderers playing the ball through to Pirot, but Alisson, formerly of Liverpool, the sweeper keeper for Brazil, on the edge of his penalty area, and he tidies that up with minimal fuss. The Haitian support in a pocket behind the goal away to the right, and there are plenty of them as well. Their story to this point really is quite remarkable. Qualifying for this World Cup, undoubtedly one of the most inspiring stories of this World Cup, a country that continues to grapple with deep political instability, relentless security crises. Every match in qualifying played outside of Haiti. They were deprived of their passionate fans, yet here they are at the World Cup, defending against Vinny Jr., who's into the penalty area, wanders his way into the box and then theatrically goes down. Referee has no interest in that, and Haiti have this goal kick with 7 minutes played. Brazil 0, Haiti 0.
Yeah, I think the referees made the right decision in there. They're nothing doing. I think it was actually really good defending. The defender stood up, and he wasn't buying any of the tricks from Vinicius Jr. Going back to the point that you made about Haiti and the journey that they're on, it was so good for them fans to be there tonight, and them players lining up against one of the top teams in the whole of kind of world football, and the players, top players, and lining up for the national anthem. Must be so proud for them and for the families. It's a great moment, really is.
Yeah, very much galvanised by their French head coach, Sébastien Migné, former midfielder, 53 years old, brief spells actually in England with Boreham Wood and Leyton Orient in a playing career that never really took off. He has never set foot inside Haiti, yet he has his team, his nation at this United States, Mexico and Canadian World Cup. And they're on the attack now, far side the left, level with the edge of the penalty area. Martin Experience wins the throw, or so he thinks. Referee has given it the other way, much to his disgust. Thought he had a point there, albeit watching on our monitor, the camera's on the opposite side, so we're a long way from it. And Brazil have possession back, base of the centre circle, but Haiti is swarming around the Brazilian midfield. Lucas Paquetá, the latest to give the ball away. And here's Arcus on the edge of the penalty area. His early ball in, blocked at source and out for a Haiti throw a couple of yards outside the Brazilian box.
Yeah, I think Haiti been really pleased with the start. Brazil haven't really had a chance yet. Opportunities there that the midfield, the Haiti midfield, they tried to jump on, they've tried to put pressure on, and I think they've actually done it quite well. Brazil probably a little bit disappointed with their start, haven't really got into their stride yet, haven't really been able to get the wide players on the ball and facing the Haiti defence up 1v1.
Long diagonal hit errantly to this near side, the right, from Ricardo Ade, looking for his right winger Josu Casimir. Ball over his head and out for a Brazilian throw midway inside the Haiti half. 10 minutes in on BBC Radio 5 Live. Brazil 0, Haiti 0. The morning's football continues later. Turkey, Paraguay is a 4 a.m. kickoff. The two losers from the opening round of games in Group B. Group D rather, and then later on today, Netherlands and Sweden in Group D, followed by Germany, Ivory Coast in Group E. That should be a good game. Two group winners, or two winners from Group E, going head to head. Brazil, far side the right, opportunity for Danilo to cross, which he does against Ricardo Ade. With his long hair bouncing, we can just about make out his number, the blue number 4 on his white shirt. Brazil take the throw quickly, and it's with captain Marquinhos back into the centre circle. Danilo closed down very quickly. Gabriel quickly offloads and then was clipped on his way through. So Brazil have this free kick, left-hand edge of the centre circle.
Yeah, there's a lot of hard work going on from Haiti at the moment. They're waiting until that ball comes in and around the halfway line. As soon as it does, they are trying to jump, they are trying to press, but what they're doing particularly well at the moment is that they're blocking up the gaps behind. So when one player jumps, they're filling in them gaps and making sure that there's no space for the Brazilian defenders to play through the lines.
Cunha nearly on the end of a through ball. Guimarães, lovely pass. Rafinha is in here to score the opening goal for Brazil, but the flag is up on that far side to prematurely bring an end to Rafinha's celebrations. Many of the supporters don't realise it. Indeed, the announcer doesn't realise it either, because the music is playing, but the offside flag went up very quickly on that far side. The Rafinha goal is ruled out, and we wait for the replay to see whether or not that decision is correct.
Yeah, I think it was correct. I think he's gone a little bit too early, and there you go. Just as you speak about it and you think that Haiti are feeling actually okay in the game, somebody can come up with a moment of brilliance, and it was a great finish and just slightly offside. But they're the warning signs against a team like Brazil. You can't.
In the blink of an eye, we saw how dangerous Brazil can be. We haven't seen a replay yet, but it was checked very quickly by VAR, who have lots of tools in this World Cup to speed up the offside process. So we assume Rafinha was offside. He certainly didn't complain about the decision. I think he knew that he moved a fraction too soon. He's on the ball now, played in field to Casemiro, and far side the right. Another flag up on that far side, a little bit careless.
It's a couple of times that there's been some offsides, but you can see what Brazil are trying to do. They're playing with them wide players in Rafinha and Vinicius Jr., maximum width and maximum height, and that's keeping the back five of Haiti pinned right back in. So then they get the overloads in midfield, and that they get the overloads in defence as well. So an extra defender, and the full-backs can step in and get involved in the play as well.
The voice of former Republic of Ireland international Andy Reid with us on BBC Radio 5 Live. 0-0 in Philadelphia, Brazil and Haiti in Group C earlier. Morocco beating Scotland by 1-0. So a big scoreline here for Brazil would take them top of the group. And because of that result in Boston, if Brazil were to win, then Haiti would be eliminated. They could still get 2-3 points and level with Scotland, but FIFA have changed the regulations in this tournament. It doesn't go down to goal difference anymore. The first port of call is the head-to-head record, and because Scotland beat Haiti, it would mean Haiti could only finish fourth if they were to lose in Philadelphia this evening. But the way they've set up, I think they know that a point maybe is the best they can get. We see a replay of the offside, Andy. It was very, very close.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it. Just gone a little bit too early. Has Rafinha. The weight of the pass was lovely, and actually the finish was really, really good as well, but just made that run a little bit too early. I think with that flat back line, there's 5 in that back line for Haiti. The timing of the runs is key, but they're actually quite square, so when you do make that run, if you do time it well, you could get in behind them, as we've seen there.
It was a glorious finish from Brazil's top scorer in qualifying, Rafinha, with 5 goals. Took it beautifully with his left foot, curling into the corner. Saw that plenty across the Premier League in a couple of seasons for Leeds. 65 Premier League appearances in all. He's on the ball now, cutting in field. Paquetá wanted the short pass square. He was ignored. It bobbles up awkwardly, and Gabriel picks it up and doesn't really look as he played that hopefully forward. He anticipated Vinicius Jr. running forward, but actually he'd gone the other way, and the ball is safely back in the possession of Haiti.
Yeah, Vinicius Jr. has made a double movement there. He's ran away to come in to get the ball to feet. But Gabriel had just got his head down, and he decided that he was already making the pass off the first ball, off the first movement. So that's why they've got a little bit confused there.
The noise you could hear because 2 bona fide Brazilian legends appeared on screen. Ronaldo and Ronaldinho. Here come Brazil. Casemiro nearly on the edge of the penalty area, booted downfield, and all the way back to Alisson.
Yeah, not bad, them two.
Not bad.
No, not bad, them two.
Some serious World Cup pedigree there.
Was fortunate enough to share a pitch with both of them when we played against Brazil. I think it was 2006.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow managed to sneak a 0-0 draw.
Oh, excellent.
My son looks at me now, and when he looks at that team, and he's like, "That you didn't play against them."
I hope you put in a few meaty challenges on them both.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't get many touches. I was chasing Cafu up the touchline for the whole game.
Serious team Brazil had back then. They forced another corner with the ball over the top. Fullback actually is one of the positions that Brazil have struggled with in recent years, which is amazing to think given the quality they've had at fullback with Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Marcelo, Dani Alves. but in Danilo and Douglas Santos, two very good players in their own right, but maybe not on the level of previous fullbacks. Corner deep, Placide comes, doesn't really get there. Vinicius Junior onto his right foot. That'll be another corner as his right foot shot spirals off a Haitian boot, and out for another Brazil corner, far side there right.
Yeah, you know what Vinny Junior wants to do. He wants to drop the shoulder, come in on that right foot and try and curl it towards that top corner. But the defenders got out really quick. They defended well, didn't turn their backs. They faced it up. It was a good block.
Corner, Rafinha. Front post was Casemiro. Over his head, we know he's been in excellent heading form for Manchester United this season. Haiti with their right boot cleared downfield. Pirro beaten in the air. Ade with a commanding header. Saw his long hair bounce behind him as he got that right. Placide has to come a long way out of his goal to prevent the corner. The back pass was a little wayward, but the goalkeeper, all in yellow, can pick up the ball and roll it to Ricardo Ade to start again. Johnny Placide, 38-year-old goalkeeper, ex of Oldham. Had a season at Boundary Park, 2017 and 18, relegated to League Two. So many of these Haitian players have fascinating backstories. So many of them play in the second tier of European leagues, in France, in Portugal, Slovakia. So playing on this world stage is a big deal for so many of these players, and they're determined to take advantage of it. And they're moving the ball nicely as they attack down their right wing. It's with Casemiro, who plays it in field to Experience, and now Danny Jean-Jacques, and all the way back to the halfway line. And when they have had the ball, Andy, they've actually knocked it around very nicely indeed.
Yeah, it's a lovely passage of play. They've done really well, probably 20-25 passes.
And Casemiro into the penalty area. Alcouce's on the right, chance for Haiti, lifted to the back post, just over Experience. Flag up now on this near side. Alcouce had moved a fraction too soon, but that was a moment of promise for the Haitians.
Yeah, got to the byline there, just straight offside by the looks of it, and it wasn't a bad cross to the back post. You always say to your players, when you get to the byline, it's difficult to hit that near post. Can you stand it up towards that back post? It's exactly what they've done, and just over here, but it was offside anyway. But that'll give them confidence. That'll give them confidence. Like I said, it was a really nice passage of play. Played through midfield, got out wide, came back, moved it in, finding players in the pockets, and then you've got forward runs then.
They haven't got a good record against Brazil, Haiti. Not too many countries have, in all fairness, but Brazil have won their 3 previous games by an aggregate score of 17-1, most recently in the 2016 Copa America. So a good 10 years or so ago now, when Brazil won 7-1. Haiti were in a very different place then when it came to their football. So were Brazil, the 5-time winners of the World Cup, but they haven't won the competition since 2002, that win against Germany in Japan and South Korea. And they've only reached the semi-final once since that win, and they won't want to remember that. The 7-1 defeat on home soil to Germany. Vinicius Junior, left foot shot from the angle of the penalty area, well blocked by Ade, spirals back into the possession of Vinicius Junior, who's really well challenged by Jean-Kevin Duverne, who now has to clear, being put under pressure by Douglas Santos, who gets in front of his man. But the clearance against the Brazilian, and it's out of play for a Haiti goal kick, and they have defended very well. And they've reached the 20-minute mark, Andy, and they're still intact. And you imagine their first port of call get to the first hydration break level, and they're not far from that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Really good defending there from Duverne. He's done really well, and yeah, so they're doing okay at this point in time.
Brazil on the attack. That's not a good ball into the penalty area, but Alcouce did not get the call. There was no one behind him. He could have let that go out harmlessly. Instead, puts it out, and Brazil have a corner.
Yeah, they're the type of mistakes that you don't really want to make. Unnecessary corner to give away, and you know, there's every chance that Brazil at some point will score a worldly of a goal, put it in the top corner, but you don't want to give them any encouragement.
The ponytailed Rafinha with yellow fans all around. In comes the corner, front post header that flicks it through the penalty area, and there's no one there for Brazil, so Providence can run away with it for Haiti in the pink boots, as so many of these players are. Pirro on the half turn, can't get on the end of that, and Brazil can clear to halfway. Paquetá, that's a lovely ball. Here's the chance for Cunha, who's onside, and then Rafinha over the keeper and wide. Flag up again on that far side. That's the second time Rafinha has been caught offside. Unlike his first showing, he didn't finish it. This one he prodded wide, but another warning sign for Haiti.
Yeah, it is, but you can see if a goal is going to come, it's going to come from a run in behind it. I mean, it's a lovely ball from Cunha. The weight of the pass is brilliant, and it's the right idea from Rafinha. Tries to time that run, he just strays a little bit early. But the Haitians are actually playing with quite a high line. And when that ball does go back and then the next pass goes forward and with a forward run, it's very difficult to pick up them Brazilian forwards.
22 minutes in, Brazil 0, Haiti 0 in Philadelphia. And we are, I'd say, one passage of play away from the first drinks break of the game. And Haiti going into that drinks break at 0-0 is impressive. Here go Brazil again, though. Vinicius Jr. on the edge, central position. He's forced wide. He's onto his right foot, which is a dangerous place to be. Goes for goal, saved. The rebound is in. Brazil have the lead. Mateus Cunha runs away to celebrate. It may well be an own goal, but Cunha was heavily involved. Vinicius Jr.'s right foot shot parried by the goalkeeper, and a combination of Cunha and a defender smuggled into the far corner, and Brazil lead Haiti by a goal to 0.
Well, we wondered if it was going to be a worldie of a finish, and it's not that. It's actually quite a scrappy goal. Vinicius Jr., you can't let him come inside on his right foot like that, but they do. The keeper pulls off an okay save. Well, he stops it going in, but I think he could parry it away better than that. And there's a scramble. It's almost like a tackle just outside the 6-yard box, and I'm not too sure if this is an OG. The defender stretching for, or maybe he kicks it off Cunha. I think that's probably the most likely explanation for it, because it was a scramble in there. The defenders kicked it off Cunha. It's gone in off his knee, and 1-0 to Brazil.
It will go down as Mateus Cunha's goal. It was Hannes Delcroix, the former Burnley defender. In his desperation to win the ball, he hit it against Cunha, and it rolls into the corner. It's not the prettiest goal you'll see Brazil score, but it has broken the deadlock in Philadelphia. Mateus Cunha's second Brazilian goal, his trademark surfer celebration in the corner, and maybe that will settle Brazil down. And they very nearly made the first drinks break intact, Haiti, but Brazil in front, courtesy of Mateus Cunha.
Well, they didn't make it to that drinks break that you mentioned. Unfortunately for them, that will have been a real milestone for them to get there, but you can't let their heads drop. They've got to make sure that they continue to do the work, to continue to keep the shape, get some passages of play where possible, and see if they can force a save out of Alisson.
Sébastien Migné, the Haiti head coach, shot of him looking a bit disconsolate as he came off his bench with his white shirt and his grey blazer. He has some words for his team now, because we've reached the first hydration break, 25 minutes in, as the skies darken above Philadelphia. Brazil 1, Haiti 0. Mateus Cunha's goal, his second for Brazil. He'll score better goals for Brazil, I'm sure, but mightily effective. And you wonder, as we reflect on the opening 25 minutes, Andy, whether that will settle Brazil down, because it's fair to say up to that point they hadn't really tested Johnny Placide a great deal. There was the disallowed goal for Rafinha for offside. He's been in behind a couple of times, but nothing you would have called clear-cut.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and I suppose what's happened just there, it wasn't exactly clear-cut either. It's probably no surprise that Cunha gets the goal. I think he's been the best player on the pitch. I think he's been the one that looks like he's going to make something happen. He drops into them lovely pockets that become very difficult for defenders to pick up. He starts as a 9, but as the play is developing, he drops into the pockets, and you can see the centre-backs looking, thinking, do we jump in with him? Do we go tight? And then if they do come tight, he gets on the ball, he turns and he looks to play Rafinha or Vinicius Junior in, and it's really clever, and he is a clever player, and he's got the killer instinct of them final passes, and he gets his goal here tonight, and didn't know too much about it, but he won't care. It just says Cunha goal in the World Cup.
Yeah, it says Cunha, 23 minutes, Brazil 1, Haiti 0. In fact, they all pretty much joined in with his now trademark celebration when he crouches, arms outstretched, crosses his shirt. Sebastian Migné turns away, right arm in the air. Of all the goals that he would have envisaged Haiti conceding, I don't think he would have seen one going in quite like that. Hannes Delcroix did all he could to get there, but could only play it against Cunha for the opening goal. So Brazil 1, Haiti 0. 2 hours from now, we've got the two losers from the opening round of games in Group D going head-to-head. Turkey against Paraguay. John Akers and Clinton Morrison bringing us that in the wee small hours. And the two games tonight, the other two teams in Group D, Netherlands against Sweden. That should be a good game. The Dutch drawing with Japan in their opening game. Sweden thrashing Tunisia. And then at 9 o'clock, the two winners from the first matches in Group E. Germany, who put 7 past Curaçao, against Ivory Coast, who beat Ecuador. Not just the football to look forward to over the coming days across the 5 Live network. BBC Sounds very much your friend over the next coming days. Day 4 of England-New Zealand from the Oval, with England very much behind the 8 ball. New Zealand closing day 3 on 252 for 3, and that's a second innings lead of 352. Day 4 on Sports Extra, BBC Sounds from 11 with the TMS team. Day 5 of Royal Ascot from 2 tomorrow on Sports Extra 3. And the third round of golf's US Open from 8 o'clock on Sports Extra 3. And then that will move to Sports Extra at 10:30. Back underway in Philadelphia, Brazil 1, Haiti 0. And Haiti right from the off, bursting inside the Brazil penalty area, but Gabriel clears, and now Cunha in the centre of midfield. Lucas Paquetá goes long with his left foot. That's a lovely ball. Rafinha in here for 2, but he didn't really get any contact with his left foot shot, and Johnny Placide makes a comfortable save.
No, it's an incredible pass from Paquetá, really is. The weight, the loft on it, he's just got the right pace, he's got the right angle. The defender stretching for it, but he can't quite get it, and you know, Rafinha couldn't finish it, but you can see that this is something that they've worked on. I think Haiti need to be careful. They've gone for a full-on press there, really high, but when they've done that, the back line haven't come up. So once Brazil turn over the ball, they play through the lines. Haiti become very disjointed with gaps everywhere, so they need to be careful that they don't open up the shape too much for Brazil to be able to play through, because the pockets that some of these Brazilian players take up have become really dangerous.
That was Brazil's 239th World Cup goal. They are now level with Germany, who had gone above them courtesy of that big win against Curaçao a couple of days ago. 2 World Cup heavyweights. Brazil, 5-time winners, but expectation not as high as it normally is when Brazil are at a World Cup. Still the only nation to qualify for every single iteration of the World Cup, but because of the poor qualifying campaign, instability in the Brazilian Football Federation, a change of manager, albeit they have one of the world's best in charge, expectations are not too high. Vinicius Junior is offside here on this near side, the left, and Haiti will have this free kick with half an hour played. Brazil 1, Haiti 0. Brazil, who lost in Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, Paraguay and Bolivia. They lost their first ever game in qualifying at home to Argentina, who did the double over them in qualifying. Hence why expectation at home is not as high as it normally is. Free kick to Haiti, just inside the Haitian half. Providence was caught late. Pirro is coming across to the referee, Alejandro Hernandez. He didn't like the challenge on experience, and it is a little bit jumpy from Rafinha, and we know that that's the sort of challenge, Andy, that referees and VARs don't really like.
Yeah, I don't look at it. For me, there's not enough for anything more, but I think the referees missed the yellow card there. And what Pirro was saying when he's come over is in the early stages of the game, Arcus, or was it Arcus it was, got booked in the first maybe 2 minutes of the game, and Pirro's come over to say, what's the difference between this tackle and the one in the first couple of minutes? And I have to say, I agree with him. If you're going to book one player for that type of tackle, then I think Rafinha should have been booked for the one that he put in.
But our Spanish referee, Alejandro Hernandez, disagreed. Vinicius Jr. looking dangerous. 1-2 with Paquetá, who continued his run into the penalty area, just beyond the former West Ham man. Brazil still can keep the pressure on. Rafinha's on the right of the box now. Experience comes across, wins a good tackle, actually. Does Experience, keeps the ball in play, will do well to prevent the corner. In fact, he's done incredibly well because it's a goal kick. For a moment, he was about to berate the assistant referee because he thought that had gone the other way. But good defending, and Haiti have this goal kick.
Yeah, it was really good defending. He stood up, he's watched the ball, and then when he did get his body in between Rafinha and the ball, he was really strong in the challenge. I just get the feeling that Brazil are starting to maybe warm to the task a little bit now.
Pirro, square pass, and there's plenty of space on that far side of the left for Providence. Well found by Bellegarde. Providence cross, not great. Leaning back, way too much on it. There were 3 Haiti players waiting for some quality. Alas, the quality did not come, and Brazil have this goal kick, and they lead 1-0.
There won't be too many times when Haiti get into areas like that, and when they do in them wide areas, particularly when they get 3 men in the box, the delivery has to be better. There has to be more quality on it.
Haiti played all of their qualifying games outside the country, mostly in Curacao. They actually haven't played in Haiti since 2021 because of the situation in Haiti. Their first home qualifier was against Barbados in St. Lucia, an attendance of 88. Their final qualifier against Curacao did have Haitians gathered in the main square to watch it in their thousands. Good ball to Pirro inside the Brazilian penalty area. Just tried the neat little layoff to Providence that didn't come off, but Haiti have forced a corner here. Pirro did not give that up, and Bruno Guimaraes with some awkward defending, and Haiti have their first corner of the evening.
Yeah, he's done really well there. He hasn't let it go for 1 second, and Guimaraes was expecting to hold him off, and he was probably expecting a little bit more time on the ball. He didn't get it, and this is where you need to have good delivery. Take your time, pick your area.
These are the moments that Haiti have to take advantage of. Bellegarde's corner is a decent one towards Ade. It was a Brazilian head that got there first. Arcus picks up the loose ball near side the right, running at Vinicius Jr., which is no easy task. And the Real Madrid star tidies that up with minimal fuss, exchanging passes with Guimaraes. That's not a great ball downfield, but an awkward ricochet off Jean-Jacques in the Haitian midfield. And Brazil have this throw just inside their own half. 11 minutes to play until half-time on 5 Live. Brazil still with that goal advantage. Carlo Ancelotti, for him, looking quite perturbed, actually.
Yeah.
One arm on his hip.
Yeah, I don't think Brazil have maybe dominated as you would expect, but look, they're a goal up, and you would expect them at some point for the game to open up. You would expect for Haiti to get tired. They're chasing around a lot. It's difficult for them at the moment.
Bellegarde plays a lovely ball through a gap. Jean-Jacques is then challenged by a sliding Casemiro. Experience picks up the pieces. Left-hand side of the centre circle inside the Brazil half. Bellegarde with the white wristband to Jean-Jacques, and now Providence far side the left, pink-booted, running at Casemiro. Haiti, when they get in this position, have looked very assured. Brazil are quite happy to let them have the ball. Cunha puts a little bit of pressure on. The long head Ade spreads the play to this near side, the right. Jean-Kevin Duverne, the only change for Haiti from their opening game defeat to Scotland, but given away. And this is where Brazil are so dangerous. Lovely ball through, and here's Cunha, 2-0. Brilliant finish, Mateus Cunha into the roof of the net. The first one was scrappy. There's no doubt about the second. An emphatic finish to give Brazil daylight in Philadelphia. Brazil 2, Haiti 0.
Well, if the first one was scrappy, this one most certainly wasn't. It's brilliant play. Vinicius Jr., the timing of the pass, the timing of the run. And once Cunha gets in there, he's on his left foot. you're thinking, is he going to go across the keeper? He doesn't go across the keeper. He goes for the near post, but he hits high into the top corner. Keeper can do nothing about it. Brilliantly well-worked goal and a fantastic finish. And Cunha, you have to say, he's been the best player on the pitch by a distance. He's caused Haiti all sorts of trouble with the pockets that he's picked up, and he's got a couple of goals to go with it, and that one was a fantastic finish.
Thumped into the roof of the net, and that is, for Haiti, the harsh reality of coming up against one of the world's best. Given away in midfield, and one pass later, Cunha's in. One shot later, roof of the net.
Yeah, but the movement is really good, and I think what you always say, particularly if you're talking to young players, if you're playing a straight pass, then the run needs to be on the diagonal so you can stay onside, and that's exactly what they've done there. Vinicius Jr. with a straight pass, but the timing and the weight of it was excellent, and then Cunha making that diagonal run, just bent it just a little bit so he could stay onside, and a fantastic left foot finish.
Goals number 2 and 3 in a Brazil shirt for Manchester United's Matheus Cunha, and Brazil have a level of comfort in Philadelphia now. A awkward first 20 minutes, but now they are in full control. Cunha's first on 23 minutes, his second on 36 minutes. We have 8 minutes to play until half-time, 5 live and BBC Sounds. Brazil 2, Haiti 0, and this scoreline would send Haiti out of the World Cup. They would become the first side eliminated.
Yeah, but I hope they don't let the heads drop. You know, it's such a difficult game for them. We know that. We know the difference in class, the difference in level. I think that's there for everyone to see. But what you need to do is make sure you keep working hard, make sure you keep your discipline, you keep your shape, you give everything that you've got. Make sure you do yourself proud when you're out on that pitch. Anybody could lose a game to this Brazilian side because they've got so much quality. But don't let your head drop. Be proud of the work that you do in the game.
Andy Reid with us on 5 Live, former Republic of Ireland international, watching on and watching a stoppage in play here because I think Rafinha was caught in the face by a flailing arm. Bruno Guimaraes comes across to have a word with Carlo Ancelotti, who was quite animated as Carlo Ancelotti gets. 67-year-old, appointed last summer, won it all in club football, including 5 Champions League titles. Seems a very good fit, the first foreigner to take charge of Brazil at a World Cup, but he struggled to find the combination in that opening group game. He made 2 changes at half-time, admitted afterwards that it didn't go according to plan. He'll be satisfied with his side showing so far, and it's reflected in this 2-0 scoreline.
Yeah, I would have said that Brazil will be a team that will get better as the tournament progresses. You know, the more they get into it, they get into the next stage. If they do that, that's when I think you start to see these big players really come alive, and it feels like it's almost a warm-up for them.
Well, Rafinha's game is over because Bournemouth's Ryan is poised to come on, and Rafinha is making a very forlorn journey off the field, so not too sure what's happened to Rafinha. He's looking pretty solemn as he gets lots of pats on the back from the coaching staff, but 40 minutes in, Rafinha is off, and we get to see Ryan for the first time in this World Cup, the Bournemouth winger who had such an impact at Bournemouth, very much the Antoine Semenyo replacement at the Vitality Stadium, only one of 2 teenagers in this Brazil squad along with Endrick, and he wins his 3rd cap as Ryan, 19-year-old. He had such a good half season, didn't he, at Bournemouth, and he will be full of confidence going into this Brazil side.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a fantastic talent and made a real impact in the Premier League last year. Really enjoyable, very, very talented player. Just can't help feel a little bit for Rafinha, and hoping that the injury is not too serious and it's more of a precautionary one.
Yeah, the look on his face suggested that it could have been quite a serious one. We hope for his sake it's not the end of his World Cup, but you could well be right, Andy. When you're 2-0 up against the lowest ranked side in the World Cup, there's no point taking any risks.
Yeah, he wasn't holding a hamstring or he wasn't limping when he came off. He was walking, you know, kind of pretty much okay.
Ball sent down the Haitian inside right channel, and then a cross from Josu Casimir was fizzed across the penalty area, but Pirro was quite a long way from it, and the blue shirts of Brazil have it back in their possession with the captain Marquinhos, who plays it across the penalty area and finds Gabriel. 2-0 Brazil, 5 live BBC sounds, 3 and a bit minutes to play. Casimir's down now. So the last 5 minutes or so in Philadelphia, punctuated by these injuries. Not too sure what happened to Casimir, but he's clutching his right knee. Ball is now out of play, and the physio staff can race on and attend to him. And we know one of the new initiatives, Andy, is he will have to have a minute off the field now. So because of that, players, when they are not badly injured, realise it now and get straight up. But you suggest this one does require some treatment.
Well, it requires the magic spray that the physio... I don't know if he's got a magic sponge in there as well. I'm not too sure, but I think Casimir might be okay.
Plays his club football in France with Auxerre. Actually played in Guadeloupe's youth setup, and his brother still plays for Guadeloupe, but he chose Haiti, his parents' homeland. Lots of Haitian support in Philadelphia. Haiti actually one of the countries on the travel ban list, so no one's been able to come from Haiti across to the United States. So the fans that are here already in the States, and many of them in Philadelphia, many of them behind the goal in which Haiti are attacking. They've had their moments in this first half, but Brazil lead this game by 2-0 to Mateus Cunha's goal. One scrappy, one fizzer from just inside the penalty area, arrowed into the roof of the net, and since then Brazil have looked relatively comfortable. Back underway, Paquetá, Casemiro, and now Gabriel just inside the Haiti half. Paquetá, ball in field, nice triangles, Douglas Santos and Cunha, who has 2 arms out to say to Paquetá, let's not rush this, let's keep the ball and let's keep our 2-0 lead intact with around 90 seconds of normal time to play. Gabriel, left-hand side of the centre circle, wants a little bit more movement in front of him. Paquetá keeps the move going to this near side, the left. Vinicius Junior, Paquetá, ball with the outside of his left foot. Brazil moving it around smoothly now. Vinicius Junior tries to go the long way around Arcus, and that's out of play for a Brazil throw, level with the edge of the Haiti box.
I think Haiti just need to get through to half-time, keep it at this score, see if they can regroup, maybe get a bit of a breather. I think some of them look like they're blown pretty hard. They've been chasing a lot, haven't had much possession. Heads maybe dropping a little bit with the 2-goal deficit, so they just need to probably get through to half-time now, get into the changing room, see if there can be a bit of a restructure or just pull themselves together a little bit.
Nice 1-2, far side the right. Rayan, his first involvement in this game, running at Haiti's defence, gets the ball into the penalty area. And did that come off Ryan last? It did. His cross took the double kiss of Hannes Delcroix, and it's a goal kick to Haiti. 30 seconds of normal time to play. I can't see it, Andy, but I sense the noise level means there's a Mexican wave probably doing the rounds around the stadium. Very popular in the opening 20-odd games of the World Cup.
Yeah, I haven't seen one for a few years, actually.
Have you not? Doesn't exist in the Premier League, does it? I don't think I've ever seen a Mexican wave in England.
No, I don't think I have.
It's sweeping around the Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. 6 minutes to play at the end of this first half to cater for a couple of injuries. We've seen 2 goals and the hydration break, which accounts for 3 of those minutes. And it's Brazil's number 3, Arsenal's Gabriel, mixed end to the season that he enjoyed/endured, winning the Premier League title with Arsenal, but missing that decisive penalty against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final. Cunha, near side the left, close to the halfway line, on a hat-trick now, of course. Smooth pass back into Gabriel, and Brazil very comfortable in possession now, leading this game as they do by 2-0. Nice ball through the middle third to Casemiro, who's going backwards here at the minute. Gabriel, left-hand side of the centre circle. Cunha, who's very deep, isn't he, Cunha? Even though he's playing centre forward, he's had so many touches close to the halfway line. Vinicius Junior with a nice spin. This is where he's dangerous. Left-hand edge of the penalty area. Douglas Santos in front of him. Vinicius Junior crosses just over the head of Paquetá. Still there for Brazil. Haiti getting each other's way as they try and clear. Vinicius Junior wins the ball back, and then Casemiro over the top of Arcus concedes the foul. Haiti free kick.
Yeah, you touched on it there, and we spoke about it probably 10-15 minutes into the game. Cunha is almost starting as a number 9, but then he starts to drop into them midfield areas, and he almost looks at the centre-backs as if to say, come on, come in and mark me if you want. And as soon as they come in and try and go tight with him, you get one of the forward players then making a run in behind. They kind of start wide, they start high, but then they make an inverted run, and it's so difficult to mark, and that's what's caused Haiti a lot of problems.
Paquetá and Gabriel exchange passes on the edge of the penalty area. Alisson gets a rare touch, all in pink with a little bit of blue. Undisputed number 1 these days, Alisson, very much so under Carlo Ancelotti. Vinicius Junior onside, through on goal. Vinicius Junior for 3, underneath the goalkeeper, superbly finished. And one of the World Cup stars scores his 2nd goal of the tournament. Ball over the top. Vinicius Junior all on his own, underneath the goalkeeper's legs. And Brazil, on the stroke of half-time, stretch their advantage to 3.
Just as we were talking about it, it happens exactly like we said, where you get Cunha dropping in deep. He doesn't get the ball this time. It's not him that plays the forward pass, but the forward run comes from Vinicius Junior. Times it to perfection, goes 1v1 with the keeper, and it's a lovely finish. Paquetá with the ball, timing of it, weight of pass, really good. And then you don't expect Vinicius Junior to miss when he gets into them areas, and he certainly doesn't disappoint.
Floated Paquetá ball over the top. 2 touches from Vinicius Junior to control. Commits the goalkeeper, he goes to ground, and then slotted underneath for Brazil's 3rd of the evening. Vinicius Junior's 11th in a Brazil shirt on cap number 51. Scored Brazil's only goal against Morocco in that 1-1 draw, but he has scored in what will surely be a Brazil win. Paquetá's ball, Vinicius Junior's finish, and 3-0 Brazil.
Yeah, it's been a really clever tactic, and they've done it, I would say, 7 or 8 times in this half, and you know, and they've looked dangerous every time they've done it. And Duverne, that time, he tries to go in tight on Cunha, and when he does, as soon as he steps in there to go tight, Vinicius Junior makes that run. And it's a really clever tactic, and it's something that's caused Haiti a lot of problems, and they've got a goal from it there.
Gabriel got an elbow in the head. Referee has the yellow card in his hand and is pointing it in the direction of Francis Pirro, the tall Haiti centre forward. There's an arm in the face, but there's certainly no intention there.
No, he's trying to use his arms as a lever, and he's a big boy. So as that ball's coming up, he's trying to kind of gain a little bit of momentum, try and push himself towards the ball, and his arm ended up being a little bit high. I don't see there being anything more than just a free kick.
But he is yellow carded, joining Carlens Arcus, the right back, who got that very early yellow card in this game in Philadelphia. Brazil 3, Haiti 0, 90 seconds of additional time to come. 4 o'clock UK time for Turkey against Paraguay. Full commentary here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. John Akers and Clinton Morrison with you for that. Cunha spins away on halfway, then plays a ball that was never really likely to be picked up by Bruno Guimaraes. And Haiti have 4 players forward in this attack. Brazil have plenty back. Nice ball into the penalty area, but an excellent Paquetá slide challenge to prevent the white shirts flooding into the penalty area. Had that ball been hit with a little more quality, then Francis Pirro may well have been in there.
Yeah, it was good play by Haiti. As soon as you get the ball in midfield, they're looking to play a forward pass for a forward run.
Bellegarde
just didn't come off.
Pirro, that one nearly came off. Pirro looking to spin inside the penalty area, but the blue shirts swarmed around him. The ball over the top is on every time for Brazil, with Haiti playing a very high line, but sensible, responsible Jean-Kevin Duvin defending to play it all the way back to goalkeeper Placé. And we have 10 seconds of the first half to play. The numerous yellow-shirted fans in Philadelphia will be very pleased with what they've seen in this first half. One final Haiti attack, repelled on the edge of the Brazil penalty area. Flag up on this near side, but we now have played the 6 minutes. And referee Alejandro Hernandez brings the first half to a close. And it's a scoreline that I think was expected before this game. Brazil 3, Haiti 0 at half-time. It took a while for Brazil to get going, but they did find their stride, and they've scored 2 very good goals and 1 scrappy. The first was scrappy, Mateus Cunha. Vinicius Jr. shot parried, and then Hannes Delcroix, in his attempt to cleared it against Cunha, who didn't know too much about it. The ball squirming into the bottom corner. Cunha's second goal, and Brazil's second, much better. Ball over the top. Cunha, emphatic finish into the roof of the net. And then another ball over the top for Vinicius Jr. to run onto. Sliding under goalkeeper Johnny Placé. 3-0 Brazil. Haiti have given it a real go, Andy, but the golf in quality is there for all to see.
Yeah.
Well, maybe even more than the action itself, supporters have taken center stage this summer for the World Cup. And surely you have seen this one on your feeds. Thousands of Norwegian supporters in stands, at parks, at bars, going up escalators, all doing the Viking row in unison. The city of Boston was taken over by the celebrations while the Norway team played Iraq last week. And now the Norwegians are taking their talents to the New York, New Jersey area. And while they're making their journey a little south, we're excited to bring in one of the leaders of the supporter section, Ole Froistad, otherwise known as Mr. Row Row, who has made his way into our studio.
Hey.
Look at this.
Leave with it, rock with it. I'm telling you.
Ole, you guys have been getting a lot of love. This city of Boston. I have never had more FOMO. How has everything been from your perspective?
It's been insane in Boston.
Yeah?
It's been so fun. And for us Norwegians, we've waited for this for 28 years. We're loving it. And we're having a good time with the Scottish people as well.
Yeah, I can imagine. 2 incredible groups. So what is it for the Norwegian fans? You guys have a WhatsApp group? How are you guys planning all these meetups in a row? This is coordination here.
Well, yeah, the Oljeberget, which is the name of the supporter group, they're so good at all of that stuff and planning and communicating through WhatsApp, Messenger, Facebook, all of that stuff. And Instagram.
What's the reception like back home? Like, are your friends and your family back home seeing the energy you're creating here?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing over here? You look like a fool. No, I'm just kidding. They're supportive. It's good. It's good.
That's what we love here.
Now, I remember we covered the friendly between Norway and Sweden. I just got to dap you up because you guys hammered Sweden at home. I loved everything I saw from it. But that was the first time I saw the rowing and I saw the coordination. So take us back through it. What went into this and just how much of this is an insight in Norwegian culture?
We don't wear the same kit. We don't tackle the same challenges. And we're not made up of 11. We're a team of teams.
Oh, well, the rowing goes way back. I mean, we could go way back to the Viking era. You know, they took in their sails, they put out their oars, went into shore, and they did that right before battle. So it kind of fits with the national team, like we're going into battle, let's get to work and let's row. So that's kind of what it symbolizes, plus a lot more.
Do you know how good this is? Like, honestly, we did a blind ranking yesterday in terms of the fans that have been kind of giving us the best sort of viral moments. And I feel like we disrespect. I think we had them at 2.
No, Norway was top 2 along with the Scottish.
Yeah, but now I'm here. I'm not going to lie. I feel like we should remix it. I feel like Norway might be 1. I need Scotland to show me something different because this right here is original.
But this is the beautiful thing. Out in Boston, we had the Norwegians, we had the Scottish, and we had the Haitians. How was it? Did you guys all kind of blend together and kind of mix it together, all the fan groups?
Yes, it was a big blend. It was just everybody's mixed and high-fiving, hugging, partying, jumping, rowing, drinking. So it's such a good time.
You have fans rowing while you hear the bagpipes in the back and the Haitians with the goats? Was it the Haitians with the goats? Or maybe that was Curaçao. I can't remember. Someone had the goats.
Yeah.
But absolutely incredible. What are you guys planning next? Because now the next game is what, Monday? New York, New Jersey? What are fan groups planning now?
It's on Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
My head is spinning. I'm still jet lagged, but I think it was Tuesday. I think
Monday.
Monday, thank you. So yeah,
don't miss the game. Don't miss the game.
I know. So yeah, it's happening on Monday, and we're excited.
Yeah?
We're really excited.
Give me the expectations on the field, because a lot of us tipped you guys to be the dark horse because what you did in qualification was amazing. But coming to the World Cup, 28 years is a long time to wait for anything. So what do you want in terms of what would be a successful tournament in your minds?
Ooh, the gold.
Okay.
Oh, you want some
We want to handle the job. I like that. Yeah?
No, I mean, we just want to get through the group stage, and I think if we do, I think everything can happen. And I think the boys at the field need to warm up and get used to this atmosphere, because, you know, when we played the friendly against Morocco, you could see that they were so nervous at the start, like making some passes to different players that went to the other team, bad touches all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not the guys. I mean, you could clearly see that they were so nervous. So we gotta, you know, support them anyways and just understand that it's a lot of pressure.
It is. It is.
Now, we know at World Cups, fan culture rules the world, and it's a big thing that we celebrate here in North America. I know that the stadium isn't the only thing you guys are going to be rocking out. Are you guys going to be doing anything in New York City, maybe in the area, to help set the tone?
He just wants to pull up. That's basically
Exactly. I'll be
You're
there.
welcome to come.
Yeah.
We are, yes, we're planning a boat trip.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be there. Can you give us some more details?
I'm not sure. I think it's the day before the game. And the Norwegian Soccer Association is going to be there. Olje Berge, the supporter group for the national team, and a lot of other people. And then we're just having fun on the boat, and I think we're going to do some rowing there as well. And then I'm actually trying to get a row going in at Times Square to see how many people we could gather there tonight, actually, at 8 p.m. at the Red Steps.
You'll see us 3, 5 there. Hannah, Darian, you guys are coming as well.
You think that could work?
I mean, yeah, we can make it work.
JD, you're a city guy. You live in New York City right now. Yeah. Where else would you want to see the row? What is seen in Times Square? What else would be iconic?
Times Square. I don't know. I don't want to upset anybody, but like, if they could.
Where else do we want to see the row? Where else?
I want to see the Viking hats everywhere. As many places as possible, as many monuments as possible. Anywhere near Brooklyn Bridge is good, right? Any place near the Statue of Liberty, if you want to be ambitious, would be great. See, you like it?
I was waiting to see if you'd say
Statue
that.
of Liberty would be good. That would be good. I just feel like if you could leave as many Viking hats around the city as possible, almost like an Easter egg hunt, then we can know that at least the Norwegians were here.
We were trying to get Viking hats, and I think they're all sold out. We couldn't get them.
Everybody loves them.
Yeah.
It was even hard to get them in Norway.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Listen, you know what we're going to do? All of us are going to pull up. We do have a talent member here, Ian Joy, who's Scottish. He'll bring the beer.
Yeah.
And there we
any
go.
beer left.
Maybe there isn't here.
Gotcha.
So I want to make sure, because I understood that I struggled with the food when I first arrived here. How did you kind of settle with the food? 'Cause I know the Norwegian team bought their own food, right? Because they didn't trust the processed food here. Sorry to take shots at everybody else American, but how have you kind of handled the food? Has it been okay?
It's been okay, but I do like our fish and our brown cheese, you know?
Brown cheese?
What's brown cheese?
What?
I'm about to put you on the same question mark list. What's happening here? Brown cheese?
It is actually some goat cheese, but it is cheese that's brown.
Yeah.
That sounds
We'll miss the brown cheese. We'll miss the brown cheese.
Actually, we had food in yesterday, so that means at some point production, we're gonna need to get some brown cheese.
We need some brown cheese?
And how'd you add it? You're gonna try
I
it
don't think
first.
we need the brown cheese. I think we're good over here.
Let's have a brown cheese party.
All right. Well, obviously, to end this, you got to lead us through the row.
Yes.
We need to learn so that we can be doing this all around New York City as well. So I'm going to put this down. Darian, Hannah, you guys need to get involved
Wait,
here.
are you not going to bring your boy in as well, who walked in looking like Erling Haaland? Where's your friend that looked like Erling Haaland when he came in? By the way, I don't know what's happening in the Scandinavian region.
All right,
Look at there he goes. He's coming here. Let's go.
Get in, man.
Oh, there we go.
these? Where did they find these guys? Jeez.
Okay. How do we do this?
He's my cousin and my amazing cameraman.
Oh, okay. Get your production credit. Get your production credit. So how are we doing this?
Okay, so when we do the row, it starts with 2 hits on this drum, like that.
Beat on top.
Everybody pulls.
All right, I think so. Should we sit? I think we're gonna sit on the floor. All right, let's go. Let's go.
We get
Let's go this
Yes,
way.
face this way. I want you guys to
Is it a height restriction thing? Is it?
Give me 2 rows.
Two rows.
Okay, double rows.
2 rows? 2 rows? Yeah.
Okay. She's so keen.
2 rows.
I'm ready. All right.
So I'm going to sit here as well, and I hit this. While you guys wait, you put your hands out like
I
this.
shouldn't really row in here.
And lean your back forward.
Okay.
Bam, bam.
With it. Rock with it.
Okay.
But you have to say roo, not roll.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. There we go. It's perfect.
All right, we ready?
Ready?
We're ready.
Let's go, Captain.
All right, let's go.
Hey! Hey!
This is so good.
So how would you sum that up then, Troy? In fact, why don't you give them a mark out of 10, England, for the first half, and then a mark out of 10 for the second half performance?
First half, 3 out of 10. Second half, 7.5. I still think there's more to do, but very basic rule of football. Play forward, run forward. As soon as we did that, to all Nigel's points about Croatia and the way that they played, when you have to take off Luka Modric in the 57th minute, it's because the intensity level has risen, ran all over him, made it difficult for him to affect the game. And the goals came, and we looked better second half because we did the basics well. But then on the other side, Jordan Pickford gives me nightmares. Every time a ball goes back to him, I'm waiting for something to happen. And we didn't really control the game. Even at the end there, 4-2, we're still overplaying. Thought there was just moments where if we know we're not that good defensively, let's just go and be good at what we're really good at, which is running forward, scoring goals, loads of pace, loads of power. Go and do that. But, yeah, a lot of things to be concerned about. But we got the job done. I got 4 goals, like I said. Just didn't expect us to let 2 in.
It looked a bit nervy for you at half-time, though, didn't it?
Oh, yeah,
The
but
4-0
I stood
prediction.
strong. I wish some of my other English compadres would have done the same, you know, but they wanted to talk about how good Croatia were.
Hold on a second.
How good Croatia were instead, but we got the job done.
If you're going to address me, I'm sitting right here. I said, Poppy asked, who do you think is to win? I still said England will win.
Yeah, you did.
Yes,
Nigel.
because
Somebody else didn't.
someone else didn't want them to win, but it's okay. It's a different subject. But I would say to Troy, I think,
by the way,
I think it is it gave them 3 out of 10 first half. I'll probably give them a 5 because I would say they were average. Could they do better? Yes, because I know what Troy's like. He's got high demands for teams, and just because of the mentality that he has, they didn't really play to a level that was satisfactory enough. I think 5 is okay. Second half, how they started that second half is what we expected the first half. Like he said, aggressive, playing forward, willing runners, a lot more direct in their play with a purpose behind it. That is how they should have started that first half against Croatia, smothering them with the energy and enthusiasm. Like we said, it's an aging team from Croatia. They're more youthful. Even if you're having a bad game, there's nothing that stops you from running and working hard. Even if you're having a bad game as a player individually, if it's not working, your touch is not quite there, you can still run. That's what they didn't do enough in the first half. Overall, job done. Still some questions. We still look vulnerable defensively at times. And I think that there's some weaknesses that we show in how we play and approach games that more athletic, better quality teams will probably expose us going further into the competition.
it's a good point, though, because it was contrasting, wasn't it? England poor in the first half, better in the second half, and it was the complete opposite for Croatia today, Grell.
Yeah, it was. I think then, like, we talk about how they're an older team or whatever, but it's also their average age is not that old, actually. It's like 28. It's old for football terms, but it's not like over 30, right? So I think the athleticism gap was huge between the two teams. And it was almost like England, for me, handicapped themselves. It was like, we're going to just try to play and beat them at their... We're going to try to play a nice game of football. If you try to play a nice game of football with Croatia, you probably lose. It's because they're probably better with the ball in some respects. But in the second half, when they turned it up and they pressed them, like they started the game, England, by the way, they played backwards and they started playing to John Stones and they got into trouble. And Croatia pressed them, gave Croatia the ball. Croatia's playing. England sat in their shape, sort of respectful. When England stepped on the gas.
Please don't take me home. I just don't want.
Way above huge arenas in America, Canada and in Mexico, and the Lincoln Financial Field.
It's really interesting as well because we saw the second half substitutes and it kind of went both ways, didn't it? Croatia were trying to get something into the game to inject a bit of energy, and England, we know the depth that they have on the bench. Did it leave any question marks for you, Troy, as to who's going to start in the next game? Because John Stones, well, he was a question mark. Gahey obviously came in, but then also in the attacking sense, we saw Rashford make a big impact.
He clearly likes John Stones, and that's his player. I think if it was up to him, he'd say John Stones is number one, and it's who's going to play with John Stones. Just think of the lack of football John Stones has played over the last 2 years, and he's still starting in the World Cup. So, you know, that's a nice layup for that. But when I look at Anthony Gordon, I think you're under pressure.
Arcus. No changes for Brazil. They kick off in this second half. Blue shirts, blue shorts and blue socks. Not the usual yellow this evening, although I'm not too sure why, unless there'll be some sponsorship deal, no doubt, where they have to play in the away kit, because Haiti are playing all in white.
Yeah, must be something like that. Having said that, I think that blue kit that they're wearing tonight is a lovely kit. I think it's really nice.
It is very smart. It is very smart.
But it is not the Brazil yellow that we know and love.
No, it's not. Kicking from left to right in this second half are Brazil, leading courtesy of Mateus Cunha's brace and Vinicius Jr. right on the stroke of half-time. Haiti in white with a little bit of red dashed here and there on the shirt, white shorts and white socks. How will they approach this second half, I wonder? The two lineups in just a moment, with Brazil keeping comfortable possession in their back line. Gabriel and Marquinhos, the two Brazilian centre-halves. Marquinhos square and Gabriel again on the edge of the Brazil penalty area. They have Alisson in goal, pretty much a spectator in that first half. Danilo, Marquinhos, Gabriel and Douglas Santos. Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro, Paquetá, and then Ryan, who came on as a substitute in that first half for the stricken Rafinha. Not too sure what Rafinha's issue was, but he limped off the field. Cunha and Vinicius Jr. also up front. And for Haiti, with Placide, the goalkeeper, the former Oldham goalkeeper, 38-year-old. Experience, Delcroix, Aid and Duverne, the back four. Providence, Bellegarde, Jean-Jacques, Casimir, and now Simon with Isidore. Sunderland's Wilson Isidore leading the line up front. And here is Experience linking up with Providence on this near side, the left for Haiti, who are going from right to left. That breaks down. Brazil have a throw. And how do, if you are Haiti, Andy Reid, former Republic of Ireland midfielder with us, how do you approach this second half?
I wouldn't be opening up against this Brazil team. I really wouldn't. If you open up and you start pressing high and gaps come between the units, and it'll become extremely difficult. And I think we've seen how quickly the kind of goals came, and you know, Brazil can score goals really quickly, and this could end up being an embarrassing one. Like 5, 6, 7, even 8 if you open up. So I wouldn't be a fan of opening up against them. I would keep the shape, I would keep discipline. They're not going to win the game now. They need to try and keep some respect in the game.
3 minutes into the second half, Brazil 3, Haiti 0. That's a terrible pass from Danilo, who's given it away to Isidore on the edge of the penalty area. Right foot shot blocked by Gabriel, and then hacked further clear by Marquinhos. That was a risky pass across his own box by Danilo, and Wilson Isidore, who's only just been introduced, couldn't quite get clean contact on his shot, but Brazil will not want any lapses in concentration.
No, absolutely. It was a sloppy one. It was a sloppy one. I'm just looking at the positions that Paquetá has taken up, and how he's getting on the ball, and reminiscent of the quarterback who spent so much time on that pitch, and Tom Brady. He's just dropping into deeper positions and picking out them forward passes, some longer ones, some through the lines, but his kind of poise and his balance and his weight of passes is really incredible.
Bruno Guimaraes, the Newcastle United midfielder, fouled in the centre of the Brazilian midfield. Started 16 of 18 qualifiers. He has been a key cog in this Brazilian side. Some rumours about his future at Newcastle United, but with Sandro Tonali seemingly on his way, you fancy that Eddie Howe won't be losing 2 of his influential midfielders. And he's almost Geordie through and through, isn't he, Bruno Guimaraes? He is held in such high regard on Tyneside, and the feeling is very much reciprocated.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant signing for them, really has. A fantastic player, so aggressive, plays on the front foot, technically really good, very clever and very dynamic.
Lovely football this from Brazil. Intricate one-touch stuff in the central third. Now the ball to Ryan, right-hand angle of the penalty area, but was watched all the way by Martin Experience, who managed to get there in front of Ryan. Haiti playing it very riskily inside their own penalty area now. They did that a couple of times in the first half. It was some loose play that actually led to Mateus Cunha's second goal, with Duveen giving the ball away. The big switch of play to this near side, the left, too much for Ruben Providence, and Brazil have this throw midway inside their own half.
Yeah, they got lucky there, didn't they? Trying to play that extra pass across their own box, and I wouldn't suggest that would be a good idea. Too many forward passes just gives this Brazil team an opportunity to go and press. It's got to be, if it is a sideways pass, the next one's got to be forwards. You've got to play through the lines.
Haiti play Morocco in their final group game, but it will be fairly meaningless for Haiti, as they will have already been eliminated unless something miraculous happens. And I know football is not immune to the odd miracle, but even this, I think, is beyond Haiti's capability to score 3 unanswered goals against Brazil. Alisson with a nice Cruyff turn to get away from the charging Wilson Isidore.
That's a move we've seen quite a few times before in a Liverpool shirt for Alisson. He just looks like he's about to knock it out wide, and Isidore comes in and he's flying in. He thinks he's got a chance of winning it, and Alisson, little cheeky Cruyff. You can't take this ball off, mate.
No. He enjoyed 8 years at Liverpool, did Alisson. Even scored a goal for them back in the day. Haiti into the penalty area, but never a chance for Casemiro to get on the end of a heftily hit through ball. Gabriel came across, made sure he got his way, got his body between ball and player, and Brazil have this goal kick. Leading 3-0, 6 minutes into the second half.
He's had a brilliant season, hasn't he, Gabriel? He really has. Goals he's scored, his defending, how he's marshalled that back line, the success that Arsenal have had in winning the Premier League, and he's brought that form into the World Cup. He's formidable. He really is. He's a man mountain, isn't he?
Certainly is, and he'll have family with him in the Premier League next season, because his cousin has just been signed by Chelsea. Left-back Denner has joined from Corinthians. Doubt we'll see him in a Chelsea shirt this season, maybe not even next season. One very much for the future. But if he's anything like his his older cousin Gabriel, then it'll be a welcome addition for Chelsea and the Premier League as well. 52, nearly 53 minutes played. Philadelphia still vibrant with colours, a real kaleidoscope of colour as we look at the monitor and look around this great stadium. Yellow and the blue, very vivid, we can see on the screen. The blue of Brazil and the white of Haiti. Cunha on a hat-trick, lifts the ball forward. Vinicius Jr. won't get there in front of Ricardo Haiti, who defended well. And now Danley Jean-Jacques can bring the ball away for Haiti on the edge of his own penalty area. Swings a good-looking pass to Martin Experience. That was nicely hit. And the black-booted Experience, not too many players in black boots these days, slides a pass down the inside left channel, intercepted by Marquinhos, and Haiti have this throw.
That last passage of play with that long ball, and there was a foot race between AD and Vinicius Jr., and you're half expecting Vinicius Jr. to really burn past him, and he doesn't. AD must be really quick.
He's 36 years old, Ricardo AD, so he might be quick, but he's not got the age on his side.
He didn't look 36 years of age there.
Nicknamed the Wall in Haiti. One of those players with just the most remarkable of backstories. He was taken to Thailand as a youngster, promised a pro career. He was let down by a rogue agent, and he was homeless for a week, living off bread and milk, until he rebuilt his career. Most of these Haitian players have very similar stories. It's why their appearance at this World Cup is just so remarkable, because they have, as much as the phrase is an awful one in football, they have no right to be here, but it's why their qualifying to get to this point was just so remarkable and really caught the imagination because of stories like that.
I can tell what you do on your Friday afternoons, mate. Bet you're fun at a party.
Hey, we were naming the team that you played against in 2004. That's much more up my streets. And some of the names that appeared, apart from Ronaldo and Ronaldinho, who are in Philadelphia, what was the back line? Cafu, Lucio, Roberto Carlos,
Roque Jr.
Roque Jr. I think Zé Roberto is in that team. Lovely ball over the top. Vinicius Jr. is in again here. Lovely first touch. This for 4-0 Brazil. He's taking the long way around the defence. He's now out of position. Right-hand side of the penalty area. Now has to offload. Oh, and then Casemiro ran into the referee, who didn't do him any favours there. Haiti might take advantage of this. Bellegarde races over halfway. Now Providence, angle of the penalty area. Left-hand side. Is there a goal in Haiti? Ball played back. Bellegarde arrives at pace. Brilliant challenge. In the nick of time, Bruno Guimaraes got his boot where he needed to put it. Vinny Jr. doesn't go for that because he's offside. Just a moment for Haiti. And if they are to get a goal, I think, unless you're Brazilian, no one would begrudge them a goal.
I was just about to say, I know we're supposed to be impartial here, but I would love to see Haiti get a goal. And if anybody is to score, I'd love to see Providence get a goal, because I think he's been their best player. I think he's played really well. He looks quite good.
Plays in the second tier of Dutch football. Ruben Providence had a trial at Swansea City a couple of years ago, but nothing came of that. Haiti, though, enjoying some possession with 56 minutes played on 5 Live. 3-0 Brazil. Nice switch of play to Providence. Nonchalant control. Now running at the back line. Swings the ball in, headed towards the back post. Alisson with a comfortable catch.
Does that count as a shot on target?
I think we can consider that a shot on target, can't we? Another shot of Ronaldo with the FIFA president Gianni Infantino in front of him. Brazil with Cunha, who will be desperate to score that hat-trick that would be his first for his nation. Had only scored 1 goal in 24 caps prior to tonight. 25 caps and 3 goals now because of those 2 goals in the first half. Brazil moving forward, far side the left. Gabriel inside his own half. Casemiro always scanning. And now Paquetá over halfway. Vinicius Jr. approaching the edge of the Haiti penalty area. Brazil are moving this nicely down their left wing. Vinicius Jr. again. Paquetá just slightly behind Paquetá. Ryan now slides through a gap. The ball across goal and very nearly turned in at the back post. Ryan was the closest to that. Cunha picks up the loose ball far near side the Brazilian right, and now Brazil can start again with Marquinhos.
Yeah, they keep the ball really well, and then when the timing comes, they just change the tempo, they just change the pace. And Vinicius Junior that time makes a lovely run in the inside channel, cuts the ball across, and Ryan was inches away from getting on the end of that.
They're looking imperious now, Brazil, as they move it smoothly from left to right again. Ryan in field, exchanges passes with Danilo, and Ryan takes up the running again. Cunha, so many of the Brazil touches are just little one-touch layoffs. Haiti are having to work really hard here to keep their defensive structure and their defensive organisation. Flag up against Douglas Santos on that far side. Couple of times Brazilian attacks have prematurely ended because players haven't looked across the line, and that's the latest one, and Haiti have this free kick.
Yeah, I think while Brazil haven't really needed to get out of second gear, they still do some really good things. I think tactically they've done some really good things, and you know, we just mentioned there where when you play against a team that are in a block and they get plenty of bodies around the ball, it can be slow, but then there has to be a change of pace, there has to be a change of tempo. And with the acceleration of some of the players that they've got in that team, I think they've done that really well, and that's when they've looked particularly dangerous.
There will be an onus on Brazil, you'd fancy, to score more goals in this game. They will be in a battle with Morocco for top spot, you fancy. Morocco still to play Haiti. It does come down to head-to-head, but given Brazil and Morocco drew, it then would come down to goal difference if both were top of the group. And second place in this group, Group C, plays second place in Group F. Now that's the Sweden, Japan, Netherlands, Tunisia group. That's one of the tougher groups in this World Cup. And Brazil, Morocco against Sweden, Japan, Netherlands potentially will be tough. Haiti, edge of the penalty area. They've just stepped up the tempo in the last couple of moments, but Brazil quell that latest attack. And now Cunha takes up the running. It's 3-on-3 here. If the ball is right from Cunha, Brazil could well be in here. Brazil flooding players forward. It's Danilo who was bursting into the penalty area near side the right. But the Haitian wall stood strong there and prevented the ball getting to Danilo.
Just delayed it a little bit too long for me, and the gap closed up for Casemiro. We went to try and play that ball through, but it just delayed it that extra second, and to give the defender an opportunity to come in and make a block and stop it getting through.
Brazil, though, pick up the ball in midfield. Bruno Guimaraes, Gabriel, pink boots, Marquinhos. In fact, the majority of the Brazilian squad are in the lurid pink boots. 1-2 between Cunha and Ryan, and the Bournemouth youngsters on his bike. Right-hand edge of the penalty area, onto his left foot. That wasn't a good pass. Square to Bruno Guimaraes, who had no chance of getting on the end of that. Haiti intercept and now win a free kick midway inside their own half.
Yeah, I like Ryan's positivity. He took on the 1v1, tried to have a combination. He tried to, it was give and go, but the pass was just a little bit sloppy.
BBC Radio 5 Live. Brazil 3, Haiti 0. Haiti desperate for this goal, desperate to take something in this game against the 5th best side in the world. Brazil came into this tournament 6th in the FIFA World Rankings, actually their lowest ever entry into a World Cup according to the FIFA rankings. Providence, step over, speedy and clever on the edge of the penalty area, can't really progress, so offloads to Hannes Delcroix. Bellegarde now with a nice turn, he bursts into the box. This is good for Haiti, to the byline, cross blocked by Danilo, and out of play for a Haiti corner.
Yeah, really good from Bellegarde there. You can see the pace that he's got. He's really direct. He drives into the box. He's on his left foot, tries to put a cross in, but he forces the block and wins his team a corner.
Brazil readying some changes, but not before Haiti make their 3rd change of the evening. And Lucius Diertsen, who plays in Dallas, is coming on, and Casemiro is coming off. That's like for like on the right-hand side of Haiti's midfield. The national hero, Lucius Diertsen, scoring the opening goal of their decisive qualifier against Nicaragua, spells in America and Denmark. Brazil corners will not come until this corner is swung in by Wolves' Jean Rickner Bellegarde, near side the left, into the front post and headed towards goal, brilliantly saved by Alisson. And that was nearly the moment. Ricardo Ade with a fine header and Alisson with a reflex save just underneath his crossbar, and that so nearly was Haiti's moment.
Oh, so unlucky. I thought that was the goal. It was brilliant run across the front post, a great delivery, good flick. Timing was excellent, great header. Alisson has to react.
And react he did. That is a fine save, and it was then hooked off the line by Danilo before Jean-Kevin Duverne could get in front of his man. They are still giving this a real go, Haiti. Here come the Brazilian changes. Mateus Cunha is being taken off, I think much to his disappointment, because he would have loved to have stayed on and got that hat-trick, but 2 goals for Mateus Cunha. He's replaced by another man who plies his trade in the Premier League. Gabriel Martinelli is on, and Endrick is also being introduced with Lucas Paquetá off the field. Endrick, who is 19, very much a star of the future. Flashes of brilliance in his first season at Real Madrid under Carlo Ancelotti, but then fell out of favour with Xabi Alonso. Had to almost rebuild his young career at Lyon, but he had a good end to the season in Ligue 1, enough to get his place in this Brazil side, and he's on the field to play the final 25 minutes.
Some talent coming onto the pitch, but I think the players going off the pitch are the important one. Ancelotti, and for me, Paquetá and particularly Cunha, they've been the best players on the pitch by probably quite a distance, really, so no surprise to see them coming off, knowing the challenges that they're going to face further down the line in this competition.
Hendrick winning his 18th cap for Brazil, 4 goals he's managed, and Gabriel Martinelli 4 goals in his 23 caps, both earning their first minutes in the 2026 World Cup. Brazil have this free kick level with the edge of the box, far side the right. Substitutions have just been announced to the crowd, and Endrick got a big cheer. Big things expected of him. Haiti free kick then, level with the edge of the Brazil box, and another chance to put pressure on the Brazilian back line. They lead 3-0 and 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Bellegarde's over this once again. Another good-looking ball. Gabriel heads away. Providence on the volley, didn't really hit it. Might have another chance. Duverne drags it wide. And Providence looks to his centre-back colleague and says, "I think you should have left that one to me."
Yeah, that's what happens when you send centre-backs forward. Slashed at that. I thought he could have been a bit more composed. Maybe see if he could pick out a corner, and just swung his leg at it, really.
Half a chance before that for Providence, wasn't it, on the volley, although would have had to have been fabulous technique to connect with that cleanly and beat Alisson. 3-0 Brazil, 25 minutes to play. Turkey-Paraguay follows us from Group D, an important game for both of those nations, having lost their openers, Turkey to Australia, Paraguay to the United States of America, who have qualified for the round of 32, one of the host nations, courtesy of that 2-0 win over Australia. And always nice to see the hosts progress. Mexico already through, USA already through, Canada very nearly through. It looks like all 3 will be in the round of 32.
Yeah, it does, and USA played really well earlier against Australia. Liked how aggressive they were, really on the front foot.
Martinelli wins Brazil this free kick. Little touch from Ricardo Ade. And Johnny Placide is constructing just a one-man wall. This free kick is a good 40 yards out, just to the left of the D. Bruno Guimaraes is over it. Thin moustache, short hair, tattooed arm. hands on his hips. Haiti holding a high line outside the penalty area. Guimaraes with a little run-up, delivers to the back post, headed back across goal, and therefore someone to turn in. Casemiro's header was on the end of so much for Manchester United. Bruno Guimaraes ratting around in midfield, wins the ball, finds Vinicius Junior, enters the penalty area, left-hand side. Cross was blocked and will be kept in play by Dominic Simon, who will clear downfield for Haiti. But the reprieve is temporary as the Blue Shirts have it straight back again.
Yeah, it was well worked, that free kick. Tried to free up a bit of space with a block for Casemiro at the back post.
Here they come again. Vinicius Junior into the box, onto his right foot. He loves this position. Had the avenue to goal blocked off. The yellow-booted Martinelli, square to Guimaraes, into Vinicius Junior. Martinelli off the crossbar. That would have been a sumptuous Brazilian goal, but the flag up on this near side. So I don't think it would have counted, but that was fluid build-up play from Brazil. Lovely touch by Vinicius Junior in all of that, and Martinelli, via a good save, it has to be said, hits the crossbar.
Yeah, it was really good move, I have to say. Slick football, one touch, two touch football, some good sets in there, great positional play. And in the end, Martinelli steps onto it, whips it, and it was actually a fantastic save. As he gets a good touch on it, touches it onto the crossbar. But good play, really good play from Brazil.
Flag went up very quickly, actually. It was for Vinicius Junior, so had it gone in, as good as the goal would have been, it wouldn't have counted. So it stays Brazil 3, Haiti 0. We have our second hydration break, so all the players across to this near side to get some drinks and some tactical instructions, which gives us the chance to get the team news from our 4 AM game here on BBC Radio 5 Live. It comes from Group D, the two losers from the opening round of games going head-to-head, Turkey against Paraguay, and this will be watched by John Akers.
Yeah, I must not lose this one, and 3 changes for each. Turkey, in comes Yildiz, surprisingly left on the bench for the first game. The Juve star, joint top scorer in qualifying. He replaces Yilmaz, who was subbed at half-time against Australia. Mulder comes in at right back for Celik, and Akdoun comes in on the right for Kirkchu. Paraguay, in come Alonso, Galasa and Sanabria. Out go Maidara, Bobadilla, who scored an own goal against the USA, their opener, and Peter comes in up top.
Thank you, John. Clinton Morrison alongside John in just under an hour's time. Turkey against Paraguay, the final game of the night on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. But we're back to do it all again tomorrow. Netherlands against Sweden is a 6 o'clock kickoff in Group D. The Dutch opening with that draw against Japan, who look a very good side. And that group actually is a very dangerous group, with the Dutch in it, Sweden, Japan and Tunisia. Sweden thrashing Tunisia. Alexander Isak looking back to his imperious best in that game. And then at 9 o'clock in Group E, Germany against Ivory Coast. Germany thrashing Curacao in their opening game. Ivory Coast edging Ecuador with that very late goal. So the two winners from the opening round of matches going head-to-head in Group E. Another change, meanwhile, for Haiti, and it's the arrival of Lenny Joseph, winning just his 4th cap, and Ruben Providence is the man he replaces. One of the extremely late recruits, Lenny Joseph. Sebastian Migné going around, plenty of players who have some form of Haitian ancestry. And Lenny Joseph was a little bit reluctant, but then 11th hour, he accepted the call-up. He got a goal against New Zealand on his debut in one of the warm-up matches, 6 minutes in. 16 goals, actually, for Ferencváros under your former teammate, Robbie Keane.
Yeah, seen him playing earlier on the season against Forest.
He's on the field for the final 20 minutes at the Philadelphia Stadium. Martinelli now is clutching his right ankle. Yellow card comes out very quickly. Could have been Wilson Isidore. Jean-Jacques as well looks a little bit guilty. Martinelli still in a little bit of pain. Now, having a look at the replay from the referee's point of view, it was Danley Jean-Jacques who came in with a dangling leg on Gabriel Martinelli. Free kick has been given, and Jean-Jacques gets the yellow card.
Yeah, he's kicked through a little bit, but he's won the tackle first, he's won the ball, and I don't know. I think there's been 2 or 3 tackles similar enough to that from Brazilian players, and I don't know what they're moaning at, to be honest with you, because we had a player booked in the first couple of minutes from Haiti, and then we've had a couple of tackles from the Brazilians. They haven't been booked, and now they're complaining about these tackles here. I just think it's completely unnecessary. It's not a bad tackle. It's a 50-50 challenge. The Haiti players won it.
But referee Alejandro Hernandez nevertheless shows the yellow card to Danley Jean-Jacques, who does play his football in the city where we're watching this game. Philadelphia Union player. They play some games at the Lincoln Financial Field. It's not their home stadium, but every now and then they play here. They've not had a great season, actually, Philadelphia. They're bottom of the MLS. The MLS breaking for the World Cup. It will resume post-World Cup. Brazil have this, or rather Haiti have this free kick in their back line, offside flag up against Endrick, who hasn't really got into the game since his introduction 10 minutes or so ago. Brazil 3, Haiti 0, 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Haiti go long. Danilo will go back to Alisson. Difficult one for Alisson to control, and he juggles the ball a couple of times and then boots it out of play. Haiti have this throw midway inside the Brazilian half. I suppose he's got to keep himself entertained somehow. He's already had that Cruyff turn, and now he's juggling the ball inside his 6-yard box.
Yeah, he is. I'd like to see another goal or two. Being a little bit boring, I think, in the second half. Looks like Brazil have almost settled for the fact that they're going to win comfortably, not really going after the game, and understandably they don't have to, although a couple of more goals in this game would be, I suppose, useful for them.
Still could be useful for goal difference when it comes to who tops this group. Morocco to play Haiti in the final game next Wednesday, 11 o'clock in Atlanta. Bellegarde's free kick headed away firmly by the yellow-booted Martinelli, who was housed just inside the Brazilian penalty area. Brazil face Scotland in Miami. That's an understatement to say it won't be easy, but Miami probably the venue where there is the most concern over the oppressive heat. There is no roof in Miami, so unlike Dallas and Atlanta and other stadiums, Houston, where they can close the roof and get the air conditioning going, can't do that in Miami, so that will be really difficult for Scotland. Nice footwork from Lenny Joseph as he skips away from Danilo and then runs into Guimarães. No free kick. The effort from... Oh, the free kick has been given now. Dominic Simon went to goal from range, but the referee had already blown his whistle, and Brazil have this free kick.
I just wonder, them conditions that you've spoken about in all the different countries, as the rounds start to get later, you think it might favour a Central American team or a South American team that will probably be used to those conditions, used to, I suppose, the heat, the humidity.
Well, that was the feeling prior to the World Cup, that South American teams full stop, that would have used to be playing in heat would have the advantage. But the European sides have certainly given as good as they've got in the opening round of matches. Impressive wins for France and for England. Brazil coming forward again. Ryan, and there's plenty of space here. It's Douglas Santos moving forward. Left foot shot over the bar. Well, the left-back has never scored for Brazil. This is his 9th cap, and he suddenly found himself bearing down on goal. But his left-foot shot always lacked the required accuracy, and over it goes.
Yeah, he was leaning back as he's come up. It's a good chance. He should at least hit the target, but as he strikes the ball, you can just see he's leaning back, and when you lean back, invariably the ball rises. Cleared the crossbar by probably 3 or 4 feet. Very disappointing finish, because it was a good move from Brazil.
14 minutes to play. Brazil still with the lead they had at half-time, the 3-goal lead. Cunha twice and Vinicius Jr. Brazil now have a free kick as Casemiro is fouled. 5 Live Sport midday later today, as it is now. Mark Chapman reviewing all of the night's World Cup action and looking ahead to those 2 games, Netherlands, Sweden, Germany, Ivory Coast. Thomas Frank with him, Jen Beattie, Neda Manua and Statman Dave. At 3 o'clock, there's commentary of the Prem final between Northampton and Exeter before attention returns to the football 3 matches from the Women's T20 World Cup tomorrow on Sports Extra 2, 10:15 in the morning, right through until 10 o'clock in the evening, with Australia, Netherlands, Pakistan, Bangladesh and England, Scotland. Sports Extra will have commentary from the second test at the Oval between England and New Zealand, day 4, with New Zealand in a very strong position. Brazil in a good position here with a chance for goal number 4, and it is taken expertly by Endrick. And there is the moment, but the flag denies him on this near side. Good finish, but the flag up, and it won't count.
Yeah, it's a couple of goals now being disallowed, and just haven't timed the runs quite right. And as we see a replay here, you can see he just needed to delay his run a little bit more. He's gone a bit too early. He's leaning offside. This more disappointment.
Would have been his 5th Brazilian goal, but he had just moved fractionally too soon, so the goal is ruled out, and it remains 3-0 Brazil. Haiti, direct ball forward, experience in field, ball inside the centre circle, switch of play from Dominic Simon, and now Ade takes up a position on the far side, the right, ball in field, now on the edge of the penalty area. Bellegarde turns into trouble, turns into Douglas Santos, who had that chance a moment ago, and then Vinicius Junior is fouled by a sliding Ade, and Brazil have this free kick. And you do wonder whether the likes of Vinicius Junior, Casemiro might be replaced in the coming moments, given the challenges, as Andy you've spoken of, to come for Brazil. This game is comfortably won now.
Yeah, look, who are we to question Ancelotti with everything that he's done in the game? But I think you make a fair point there. There'll be a lot sterner challenges coming in this tournament, and you want to keep these guys as fresh as you possibly can going into them games.
Haiti continue to knock the ball around with considerable ease on the edge of the Brazil penalty area. This gets to this phase and point in the attack, and then not a great deal happens. Bruno Guimaraes wins a good challenge. Ball out of play for a throw to Haiti, level with the edge of the box. Here they come again. Isidore, one-touch layoff to Bellegarde, the 2 Premier League players combine, and that's thumped away, and Haiti can start again from the back.
Yeah, they've lacked quality in the final third, that's for sure, but what I'm really pleased to see, and we wonder once the second goal went in, once the third goal went in, would their heads drop, would they kind of give up the ghost a little bit? And they haven't done that. They've really stuck to their task. They've done well. They've competed. Now, look, a part of this may be down to the fact that Brazil, I suppose, have dropped it down a couple of gears, but Haiti, their heads haven't dropped. They've kept going. They've kept competing, and that's good to see.
2 more changes are being prepared by Brazil, and Vinicius Junior is indeed now coming off the field to be replaced by a man you know well, Andy, Danilo Santos, the former Nottingham Forest midfielder. Got the last 10 minutes against Morocco, and he's getting the last 10 minutes against Haiti. And we see our first sight of Manchester United-bound Ederson, who was a very late call-up to this side. Roma's Wesley picked up an injury, so Ederson was called up. Atalanta midfielder, but will be joining Manchester United in a £35 million deal, and he's coming on for Bruno Guimaraes. So Danilo, second Danilo on the pitch, and Ederson coming on, and Bruno Guimaraes and Vinicius Junior off.
Yeah, I love Danilo. Smashing player, really smashing player, and great person. Young player who just wants to get better all the time, and fantastic to see him on the pitch for the national team at the World Cup. Make you really proud. He was a very popular figure at Nottingham Forest.
25-year-old Botafogo player now, where he's really excelled. 10 goals in his 20 appearances. You were talking, Andy, of the goal that really stands out for you against Southampton, made by a gorgeous Morgan Gibbs-White flick in the build-up. Brazil looking ominous again. Martinelli, fine touch with his right boot to bring it down. Now has numbers to his right. This is Ederson across goal. Endrick couldn't quite control. Ederson goes back in for a challenge, and illegally so, against Ricardo Ade, and this will be a Haiti free kick inside their own penalty area.
Yeah, the wall is down.
Yeah, the wall is down indeed. Some impact that as well.
Slick play though. You know, just watching a replay here of the Hendrick goal, where he's just straight offside, but it's lovely play. We were speaking earlier on, my favourite pass in football is a line-breaking pass where you can take 3, 4, 5 players out of the game, and you know, and we've seen them all night from Casemiro, from Paquetá, where players come into the pockets and you punch it through the line. So difficult to defend against.
Brazil have been a great exponent of that over the years, and they've shown it in this game as well, that has 7 minutes to play on BBC Radio 5 Live, also available via the BBC Sounds app. If you are listening on BBC Sounds, maybe tucked up in bed, 3:20 UK time, I'm sure the app has got great use for those that are keen to keep across the World Cup in the very small hours of the morning. Not done yet. Turkey, Paraguay to come with John Akers and Clinton Morrison. Haiti have it in their back line and go all the way back to goalkeeper Johnny Placide. Second World Cup for Haiti. They did qualify back in 1974. They lost all 3 group games in that World Cup, where they conceded 14. They actually took the lead against Italy in their first group game, but went on to lose 3-1, then a heavy defeat to Poland 7-0, losing 4-1 in their final group game to Argentina. They're still pushing for this one goal that they will remember for a lifetime if they were to get it. Lucius Diertsen making progress, but soon denied by several Brazil players that were very quick to close him down. Alisson goes long towards halfway. Martinelli and Ryan rather left that to one another. Martinelli's down again, but referee had no interest in giving him a free kick. Haiti switched the play out nicely to this near side the left, where Derek Etienne, who's just come on for Jean-Rickner Bellegarde, picks up the ball, plays it to Experience. Across comes Marquinhos. He's fouled by Experience, and Brazil have this free kick right hand edge of their own penalty area with 6 minutes to play. Brazil 3, Haiti 0.
Yeah, game just kind of petering out now, really. I think both sides have settled probably for what they've got. Could have been a lot worse for Haiti, considering they were 3-0 down going into half-time. They've stuck to their task quite well. They can be proud of their performance. It was always going to be difficult, no doubt about that. Brazil getting the job done.
Yeah, and once they got that first goal, courtesy of Mateus Cunha, albeit not the prettiest goal he'll score. A real contrast, actually, in the quality of goals that he scored in this game. First one scrappy, Delcourt playing it against Cunha. Second one was emphatic, fine finish with his left foot into the roof of the net. Here's Etienne. Oh, it wasn't the right ball. He had a pocket of space on the edge of the penalty area. Tried the little intricate flick through to Lenny Joseph. He actually had more time than he realised on the edge of the Brazil box, and had he had his time again, I fancy he would have chosen a different pass there.
Yeah, or would have shot. You know,
Or
he was
shot,
probably only 3-4 yards outside the box, and you know, you get into this stage of the game, why not take on the challenge? See if you can put one in the top corner.
Plenty of Brazilian flags are being waved in the Philadelphia Stadium crowd. Plenty of fans in their yellow shirts standing and watching. They will be pleased with the result. They may have wanted a few more goals in the second half. 3-0 the score at half-time, and 3-0 still the score with 4 and a bit minutes to play. Joseph can't quite control that on the edge of the penalty area. Tried to spin and take it on the half-turn in one fluid motion. Couldn't quite control, and Brazil knock it about smoothly in their back line. Alisson with the pink gloves to match his pink goalkeeping top. Marquinhos slides it to this near side, the right. Ryan closed down very quickly by Experience and fouled by Experience, and Brazil will have this free kick midway inside their own half. Scotland, Brazil, final game in this group in Miami next Wednesday. It's 11 o'clock kickoff, live here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Scotland all but through. That will be some occasion, and given the mood Steve Clarke was in, Andy, on the at the end of the game against Morocco, he wasn't best pleased, was he? Hates losing, we know that. He'll have his players ready and raring to go against that game, against Brazil in that game.
Yeah, and they'll need to be as well, you know. I watched part of the game while we were building up to this earlier and just couldn't really trouble them.
Isidore into the penalty area, left foot shot that Alisson saves. So there is still work for Alisson to do. Wilson Isidore found himself in space inside the penalty area. Left foot shot towards the front post, Alisson saves. Haiti corner that Deirdson takes quickly. Brazil is sleeping here. Back to the corner taker Deirdson, and now Etienne into the box, left-hand side, low ball across, cleared by Brazil. No one in white there to turn home.
Yeah, good bit of pressure here from Haiti though. Probably the most pressure they've had. Brazil are struggling to get out of their own kind of defensive third. A couple of crosses gone into the box.
Can they get this goal against the 5-time world champions? Ball on the base of the centre circle inside the Brazil half, but with Haiti, Hannes Delcroix to this near side, the left, where Lucius Deirdson waits, can't skip his way beyond Casemiro, who wanted to throw his way. Young ball girl picks up the ball from a cone. Back to Deirdson, who takes the throw quickly. Experience, slides it back down the line. Infield to Wilson Isidore, who had that chance just a moment ago. Lost his place in the Sunderland side towards the back end of the season, to Brian Brobby. And then a very optimistic shot from Ricardo Ade from all of 40 yards that skips through the Brazil penalty area, out for a goal kick. And we have 90 seconds or so of normal time to play. It remains Brazil 3, Haiti 0.
Yeah, Ade, we spoke earlier on about potentially somebody taking on a shot from the edge of the box, but I mean that was a little bit much, a little bit much that. Oh, at least 40 yards that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so, and some. And for someone who's only scored twice in 60 Haitian appearances, that was optimistic to say the least. Camera pans to Carlo Ancelotti, looking a little bit peeved. He very rarely gives too much away, Carlo Ancelotti, on his facial expressions, but since he wasn't best pleased maybe with his second half performance, no further goals. And look at this now. Derek Etienne's into the penalty area for Haiti, onto his right foot, trying to find that angle to shoot, being closed down very quickly. Now the ball on the far side, the right, with Deirdson trying to trick his way beyond a couple of Brazil players. Two bodies in the box are down. Play on, says the referee. Now the flag up for offside. Deirdson heavily involved. Haiti have had their moments, haven't they? They've had quarter and half chances. They just haven't really had that one big chance that they would love to take.
Yeah, they've had some decent situations, I would probably describe it as, but haven't been able to really carve out a real opening. I think the two chances that they've had in the game is the one a couple of minutes ago from Isidore, but the angle was tight and it would have been difficult for him to score against Alisson. And then there was one there, I think it was a corner into the near post, and it was a glancing header that forced Alisson to make a save. Other than that, they haven't. They've got into some okay areas, into some situations where you're like, come on then, show us a little bit more quality, but they've struggled to bring that quality out.
5 minutes of added time to play in Philadelphia. Brazil 3, Haiti 0. Turkey, Paraguay to come on 5 Live. Getting underway in just over half an hour's time. Brazil clear towards halfway. Ryan with some good strength to hold off his man and bring Casemiro into the game. Now the blonde head Danilo, ponytail bouncing, Martinelli into the penalty area. This will be Brazil's fourth, will it? No, Ederson misses at the back post. Martinelli fired it into Ederson, who's yet to find the net for Brazil. Difficult one to control, but one you'd fancy getting on target. Instead, skews off his boot and wide for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was a good move. Danilo does really well, slips Martinelli in. The angle becomes a little bit tight and he ends up having to fizz it right across the box, and because there was so much pace on the ball, it became really difficult for Ederson to control. He tries to side foot it and sliding at the same time and hits the side netting.
Brazil looking to end this game with another goal. They will top Group C on goal difference. Casemiro, fine ball. Martinelli, left-hand side of the box. Endrick now onto his right boot, being closed down very quickly by Delcroix. That was a tidy piece of defending by the former Burnley man to prevent Endrick getting a clean shot on goal. Marquinhos now has it in the centre circle, and Brazil can build from the back once again.
Yeah, Ryan has his hands out and he's wondering, why did Martinelli not just slip him in? If Martinelli gets his head up and he sees that second pass, that second run from Ryan, he's clean through on goal. He doesn't see it and Ryan can't believe it.
Ade goes right through the back of Ryan, and that will be a Brazil free kick. Ade stares down from his lofty position at Ryan on the floor, gave him the hand to get up, but Ryan ignored him, and Ade turns away and heads back to his penalty area, and Brazil have this free kick with under 3 minutes of additional time to play. What have you made of Brazil? They were uninspiring against Morocco. Is it difficult to judge them based on the calibre of opposition?
Yeah, I think it is. I think what they have shown is some really good quality at times without being really consistent with it. Some of the forward pass and some of the forward runs, we know they've got quality. The attacking line at times can be sentimental, but what they will have is more sterner tests, that's for sure, in this World Cup.
And one of them will come against Scotland in Miami next Wednesday. Haiti breaking forward at great pace here. Ball out to Derek Etienne, who's level with the edge of the Brazil box on this left-hand side. Cuts onto his right boot. Again, tries to find that angle to cross or to shoot. The right foot shot does come in from range. Dominic Simon hit that well. And that is a save for Alisson to make, diving to his right. And Haiti, as we enter the final 2 minutes, have forced another corner.
Yeah, good strike that time, caught it really well. Don't think it was ever going to beat Alisson, quite a goalkeeper of his quality, but a good strike and a strike on target nonetheless.
Corner, Etienne into the front post, headed towards the back post. Ade is there. Delcroix likewise flag up far side. So had Delcroix got the telling touch, it wouldn't have counted. Flag up on that far side, Brazil free kick.
I don't know, it seems to me like there's been loads of offsides in this game from both teams. I don't know whether it's a bit more than normal. It just seems to me like there's been lots.
12 in all. Thing is, I don't know what counts as lots in your book. Is that it feels quite a lot, double figures.
Yeah, no, it does, and you know, probably the reason why we have is Brazil have tried to make so many runs in behind the Haiti back line.
I know what you mean. It does feel like the offside flag up has been up more often than it usually would be in a game.
Somebody get Statman Dave out of bed.
Yeah, that's exactly. Expected offsides. XO. Final 40 seconds. Brazil 3, Haiti 0. Brazil comfortable. They have been, really, since Mateus Cunha gave them a lead on 23 minutes. But Haiti have not given up the ghost, and they keep pushing forward. They keep pushing for this goal. They might have one final chance. Simon is well challenged by Danilo, and Haiti will have a throw. So many of the Brazilian fans now standing, waiting to celebrate. 15 seconds to play. Will Haiti have one final moment in this game? They will have a free kick. That is a foul by Ryan on experience with the blonde dreadlocks. He's very unhappy with the referee about something. He has given Haiti this free kick, and this will be the final chance of the game. And given they're heading out of the World Cup, they will become the first time eliminated. Will they throw caution to the wind and get bodies forward? In comes this free kick, delivered into the penalty area. Marquinhos heads that away, and that will be the last action of the game. Brazil win it. They head to the top of Group C. This was the perfect game for them to install some confidence after that 1-1 draw with Morocco, and they've won this game comfortably. All the goals in the first half, 2 for Mateus Cunha, deflected effort into the corner, fine finish though for his second into the roof of the net. Vinicius Junior made sure on the stroke of half-time, finishing off a 1-on-1. There were further chances in the second half. Haiti had their moments as well. The best opportunity, and an Ade header from a corner, well saved by Alisson, who had a couple of saves to make. Really though, Brazil were never troubled. They top Group C with A result, Andy Reid, that many were anticipating before a ball was kicked.
Yeah, pretty comfortable, I have to say. Played some good football at times. Maybe not as much consistency as they would have liked, but scored a couple of really good goals. Could have had a couple more other than from really tight offside decisions. As we said, I think the Sterner tests are coming. I think they will have to up their game, but they strike me as a team that will get better as the challenges come in. They will get better as they play